the organization, what he's done with his football team. You got to say, hey, this is one of the better ones that I've seen in a long, long time. And he's done a great job with it. He prepares them well. They believe in what they're doing, and that's why they're a good football team. That's why they're in the Super Bowl. That's why they're the best team in the NFC.
Coach, the introductions are getting ready to be made. What's the feeling like right now, and who are you picking in this game?
Well, I'm going to pick the Patriots, Jim, only because they are the world champions. I haven't seen anybody, and I thought teams could beat them this year, but nobody beat them. The only team that handled them was Pittsburgh when they didn't have Dillon. With Dillon, they're an outstanding football team. So I'm going to go with the Patriots because they are the world champions.
Coach, thank you. It's been great to work with you once again this season as we count down to kickoff still to come. The introduction of the players, the national anthem, the coin toss, the former presidents down on the field, Bush and Clinton, all that. And eventually, folks, winding down, we're going to get to the game. Super Bowl 39 live from Jacksonville. We'll return with more of our pregame show. This is Westwood One's coverage of Super Bowl 39.
Kim Komando here, host of the Kim Komando Show. You may have seen in my newsletter and my website a mention about Inksell.com. I want to explain to you why I recommend Inksell.com. This company is an excellent source for printer cartridges. Many of my national listeners have told me of their pleasant experience with Inksell. They have great customer service and great products at unbeatable prices. Well, now, at each of their 4 convenient retail locations in San Antonio, Inksell.com is offering a brand new service. It's a refilling service where you can drop off your empty ink cartridges and Inksell will refill them for you, saving you even more than before. And as an added benefit, it's good for the environment as well. Inksell.com. Call 210-2-BUY-INK for more information. That's 210-2-BUY-INK. Again, that's 210-2-BUYINK. Or go online at Inksell.com. That's INKSELL.com. Inksell.com. It's the place to buy ink.
Howdy, folks. Jeff Vexler and Walter Pastor-Credo from Sports Talk San Antonio. We're live down at Goomba's Pizzeria. You know, Wally, when you first started advertising for Goomba's over on Sports Talk, I hadn't been there. But, you know, you kept doing the ads, and I had to go. So I had to try it out. I tell you the truth. It really is what you say. It is the best pizza in town. No kidding around. Freshest ingredients. Great cheese. I mean, it's just by far the best pizza in town. And they got a great Super Bowl special going on today.
Jeff, nothing beats it. It's a large 16-inch pizza with 1 fresh topping, a double order of chicken wings. You get 20 big chicken wings, and you get a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi for just $18.50. Wow. How could you beat that on Super Bowl Sunday? Call them today. Get your order in right now. 348-9090. Don't wait another second. It's Goomba's Pizzeria. They're located on Blanco Road, right next to Blanco Tavern, right outside of Loop 410, so it's nice and convenient, Jeff.
You betcha. And, you know, I love the pie, but I have to tell you, I think my favorite thing on the menu, the pizza rolls. Unbelievable. Pepperoni and cheese. What's the phone number?
348-9090.
Back to the Super Bowl 39 pregame show. Right now it's time for Boomer's Keys to Victory. Brought to you by AIG. For insurance, loans, retirement, AIG. We know money. Let's rejoin Boomer Esiason with Marv Albert.
And back at Alltel Stadium in Jacksonville, we are about 20 minutes away from the opening kickoff. All right, Boomer, your keys to victory.
I think for the champions, let's start with the New England Patriots. Number 1, it's about Corey Dillon. 1,635 yards rushing this year, Marv. 12 touchdowns. He's had a great postseason in the last 2 games. Here's where it starts and ends on offense, you know, for the New England Patriots. That's how they control the football game. Number 2 on defense. I think early on they're going to throw the ball to Terrell Owens. If they force Donovan McNabb into a bad spot and make him be impatient, they can make a couple plays on defense. So I think that's the key for them on defense. Now, on the other side, for the Philadelphia Eagles, unfortunately, it all comes down to the play of Donovan McNabb. He has put all the pressure on himself. He has lived up to all the expectations that he's put on his team and himself. I think he's got to come out. He's got to be relaxed. I think they're going to rope-a-dope him. I think they're going to play with 8 men in the secondary. They're not going to blitz him. They're not going to allow him to make the big play early in this game. He has got to be patient. If he can run with it and make some yards, greats just do not force the issue. The Eagles do not want to turn the ball over early in this game and give the momentum of this stadium, which it seems to me about 75% Eagle fans, over to the Patriots. So it's all about Donovan McNabb and how he handles the immediate pressure of starting his first Super Bowl game.
And the earlier point you brought out with the Eagles having to deal with the poise and the efficiency of Tom Brady. The Eagles defensive coordinator, Jim Johnson, has said that Brady is so difficult to deal with because of his ability to deliver the ball at the last moment. It makes him very difficult to blitz. And Johnson said Brady is about, 6'5". It seems like he's 6'9" back there in the pocket, and nothing seems to bother him.
And we talk about these two quarterbacks. Remember, Tom Brady, 56-14, and that includes 8-0 in the postseason, 800 winning percentage. How about Donovan McNabb since he took over for Andy Reid? 63-27, a 670 winning percentage. You have two of the best at quarterback, two of the best as head coaches, four of the best coordinators in football, two of the best kickers in football, some of the best wide receivers in football. Ultimately, this is what the Super Bowl is all about, Marv. It's about the best from the NFC going against the best from the AFC. Neither of these teams are unexpected to be here. They are expected to be here, and hopefully it will live up to the billing.
All right, those are Boomer's Keys to Victory, brought to you by AIG for insurance, loan, retirement. AIG. We know money. All right, let's get downstairs to John Dockery once again. Doc, you heard Boomer's Keys to Victory. What are the John Dockery keys to victory?
You know, Marv, one of the key things that he mentioned was obviously the health of Terrell Owens as the Patriots are starting to come out of the tunnel. And as usual, they are doing it as a team. But getting back to my point is, as if to give Terrell Owens a taste of what's to come, Eagle defensive backs bumped him at the line of scrimmage during warm-ups. They expect the Patriots to do the same. Also, Owens lined up on both sides during warm-ups, and he, as if to not play only on the left side to cut off that leg. But I think this is most amazing. Owens fractured fibula 6.5 weeks ago. Plate and screws holding bone in place, wearing no extra padding, no brace on the right leg. As a matter of fact, his socks were pulled down, exposing the skin and the leg almost as an act of defiance. So to me, this unfolding drama will make for good theater and have a huge impact on the game, Marv.
All right, Doc, yes, Terrell Owens has been out since December the 19th, injured in the Eagles game against the Cowboys, missed the last 4, 2 in the regular season, and the 2 playoff games that the Eagles played. Let's check in now with Bonnie Bernstein. Bonnie?
Well, Marv, as far as keys to the game, talking with Andy Reid beforehand, he said, I really think for as much as everybody talked about Terrell Owens, that our offensive line is one of our big keys, that this game could very well be won in the trenches. Our offensive line, which is considered one of the more physical in the NFL, against the Patriots defensive line with Richard Seymour coming back. He also said something very interesting that you don't hear too much about, and that both of these coaches, Belichick and Reid, have studied each other's tendencies as coaches. And one thing in particular that Belichick pointed out to me is offensively for the Eagles, they throw the ball on first down more than any other team in the league, and that is something that New England will definitely be cognizant of. On a final note, had a chance to have a conversation with Scott Pioli, the Patriots personnel guru, before the game. He said he's usually had a good gut feeling about Super Bowls. He was absolutely sure the Patriots were going to beat the Rams 4 years ago. Had a pretty good feeling about the beating the Panthers last year. This year, he says he can't really go either way just yet, but he does feel that the Patriots would have rather played Philadelphia last year because of Donovan McNabb. He was good last year, but not as consistently as good as he is now. And Pioli said for as confident as McNabb has been the last several weeks, I don't know that we could do anything to rattle him. Mark?
All right, Bonnie, you can hear the crowd react. The Philadelphia Eagles are taking the field. We'll be back to Alltel Stadium in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Hi, this is Larry King. So I'm at this French restaurant, and the waiter says, Monsieur, red or white? So I say, purple. as in Welch's Purple Grape Juice, because Welch's helps keep your heart healthy. It's made from Welch's Concord grapes that contain powerful antioxidants, like the grapes used to make red wine. Welch's 100% grape juice has no added sugar, is fat-free, cholesterol-free, and certified by the American Heart Association. Forget the corkscrew. Twist open a bottle of delicious Welch's 100% grape juice.
You're on a winding mountain road. Just you and the stars. Not a soul in sight. It's times like these you're glad you maintain your vehicle with Nissan Genuine Service and Parts. Nissan's at your service. Visit your Nissan dealer now and enjoy the advantages of service performed by factory-trained technicians using genuine Nissan parts and advanced diagnostics. Then drive with confidence knowing your Nissan is ready to take you where you want to go. Nissan Genuine Service and Parts. Shift confidence.
Burger King salutes all the hotheads and fire tongues. To all of you who carry your own bottle of hot sauce, Burger King presents the new spicy BK Big Fish Sandwich. A golden slice of spicy heaven on a corn-dusted bun. And those of you who want to have it your way, add extra spicy sauce. Burger King. Have it your way. Have it your way.
February is Black History Month. Do you know why? In 1926, Carter G. Woodson, teacher and historian, set aside 1 week in February to celebrate Black history. He chose February because it was the birth month of both Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, two men he felt dramatically affected the lives of Black Americans. In 1976, Black History Week became a full month. Walgreens salutes Black History Month and is proud to be a part of your neighborhood.
Hi, this is Tom Brady of the New England Patriots. On behalf of the entire NFL, I'd like to say hello and thank you to all the men and women serving our country and listening to today's broadcast of Super Bowl 39 on the American Forces Radio Network.
All right, Tom Brady just moments away from competing in his third Super Bowl. It is a star-studded crowd here in Jacksonville, including Presidents 41 and 42, George H. Bush and Bill Clinton. And moments ago, our Jim Gray talked with both of them.
Mr. President, President Bush and President Clinton, it's great to have you here with us at the Super Bowl. You're here to try and raise some dollars for the Tsunami Relief Fund and to enjoy the game. How is the relief effort coming, Mr. President Clinton?
Oh, it's going very well, and I've had the time of my life working with President Bush. I think it's been good for America. We've been very gratified by the response.
Mr. President, your son Jeb and Colin Powell were in the area a couple of weeks ago. What did they say about the devastation?
Well, they were just overcome with emotion. Now President Clinton and I are going back there. We're going out there, and we'll have a little better feel for what's on the ground. But the American people are very generous and responding very well to this appeal.
I want to ask you both, how has this day, Super Bowl Sunday, gone from a football game and evolved into a national holiday?
Well, it's a great game, great national sport. Every soldier halfway around the world is watching it. If they're not out on the front lines on duty, it's a wonderful thing.
How did this become a national holiday, President Clinton?
We love football. And
when you're in the White House and you're watching this game, did you tell your aides, barring anything catastrophic, leave me alone for 4 hours?
In fact, that's what the president, current president, told him because he's watching as we speak.
Is that what you said to him, President Clinton?
I didn't even have to ask.
You got a winner today. You don't have to be politically correct anymore. They're both Democratic cities. Who are you picking, President Bush?
Patriots by 14 points. They'll blow them away.
President Clinton?
I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think it'll be a lot closer because I think Philadelphia's got a better defense than they used to have, so I expect a close game.
Who's going to win?
They're working.
Like you said, they're both Democratic cities. They voted for me. I'm not saying.
Thank you both. Appreciate it.
All right, our Jim Gray conducting a sports version of Crossfire down on the field. Former presidents George H. Bush, Bill Clinton. Jim will be back later on with the Amtrak halftime report, and he'll be talking to NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue. And right now, we're About to join the public address, the national anthem to be sung by the combined choirs of the United States Naval Academy, the U.S. Air Force Academy, the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, the United States Coast Guard Academy, and the United States Army Herald Trumpet.
I'll tell you, Marv, it is quite a spectacle, the Super Bowl. And the players have been now out on the field for about a good 10 minutes, and they have to go through all of these, pre-game rituals, and it's your heart is pounding, your butterflies are flying, and you just can't wait to get on that field and kick that football off, because that's ultimately what you're all here for.
So the national anthem coming up, and then you will hear the flyover.
You're going to have a couple jets coming over. They're going to be about 1,000 feet above the stadium. I was talking to a couple of the guys that are actually directing them here before the game, and this is a staple of the Super Bowl. And again, as a player, this is what you live for. I mean, these are the moments that you savor, that you can just sit here and you can just look and just take in all of the flash bulbs that are going off. The stadium is, packed. We have Michael Douglas on the field. You had all kinds of pre-game performers. Everybody from the Black Eyed Peas to Gretchen Wilson and, Earth, Wind, and Fire. And, you're just like, can we get to the football game already, please?
Well, we are just moments away. Super Bowl 39, the New England Patriots, the defending Super Bowl champs, taking on the NFC representatives, the Philadelphia Eagles.
And you have to wonder which player that we haven't, really focused in on is going to make either the key mistake or the key play, Marv. And that's always the thing about a Super Bowl. We know we have great kickers, great quarterbacks, great wide receivers, great coaches. But which one of those players have we not really looked at? Which player is going to either make, like I said, the mistake of a lifetime or the play of a lifetime?
And the New England Patriots looking to make it 9 straight postseason victories. The all-time record of 9 held by the Green Bay Packers. They did it from 1961 through 1967. Patriots, the first team to make it to 2 straight Super Bowls since the Denver Broncos did it 6 years ago. And Bill Belichick, 9-1 in postseason play, and that record ties him with Vince Lombardi. And with a victory here tonight, he will surpass it. Presidents 41 and 42, George H. Bush, Bill Clinton, introduced to the crowd as they make their way onto the field.
At this very moment, men and women around the world are protecting our country. In Afghanistan,
in Iraq, in Europe, and in Southeast Asia, providing aid to victims of the tsunami. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have our national anthem sung by the combined choirs of the United States Naval Academy, the United States Air Force Academy, the United States Military Academy at West Point, the United States Coast Guard Academy, and accompanied by the United States Army Herald Trumpets.
emotional scene here in Jacksonville. The flyover by the 101st Airborne Screaming Eagles. The crowd responding. And Super Bowl 39 is coming up. The New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles will be back with the coin toss. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Kia Motors brings you Players Who Gave More, sponsored by the Sedona, the roomy minivan that gives you more for under $21,000. During a halftime snack, Winston-Salem-Hyphen's linebacker Brooke Dorr gets his right hand stuck in a pickle jar, forcing him to play the entire second half with the jar on his hand. Sensing an advantage, Tulsa runs the ball right at Dorr, and the rout is on. But when the Tulsa players joked that Dorr was in a pickle, the enraged linebacker began to play like a man possessed. And before you could say gherkin, Winston-Salem was back on top. He gave more. And Dorr gets more from his Kia Sedona with a 5-star safety rating, a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program, and it's under $21,000. Kia, make every mile count.
MSRP for base model 2004 Sedona is $26.65, including freight, excluding taxes, title, license options, and retailer charges. 5-star rating achieved at NHTSA designated test facility and approved by NHTSA. Actual prices set by retailer. See retailer for limited powertrain warranty details or go to kia.com.
Arthritis sufferers announcing the Jointritis Triple Guarantee. Jointritis, the medically advanced arthritis rub with skin conditioners lanolin, glucosamine, and chondroitin. Plus, a maximum strength pain reliever makes this triple guarantee. Jointritis will relieve even your worst minor arthritis pain, guaranteed. Jointritis has no risky side effects, guaranteed. And if not completely satisfied, Jointritis will refund your money, guaranteed. Jointritis, triple guaranteed relief. Use as directed.
I'm very excited.
Gary is very excited.
Because
Toasted subs can also defrost his tongue from this pole, like so. Here you go. Fresh toasted subs are here. Subway. Eat fresh.
Log on to SuperBowl.com for everything you need to know about Super Bowl 39 in Jacksonville. Stats, features, history, video, and more. Only at SuperBowl.com. Now back to Marv Albert and Boomer Esiason at Alltel Stadium.
And back in Jacksonville, 57 degrees as we approach kickoff time. There is a pretty good wind blowing from left to right.
It's gusting about 10 to 15 miles an hour. You know, Marv, when I hear the national anthem at the Super Bowl, it's the only time that I think that I want to continue to play. You know, I've actually overcome that I can't play anymore because I'm 43 years old. So unless, of course, you're Vinny Testaverde,
don't let that stop you, Boomer.
But the fact is, you know, it's something special about a Super Bowl, the national anthem, the flyover, the emotion that is in the stadium, and certainly given the state of where our country is and the fact that we have so many men and women around the globe fighting for freedom, it just means it's that much more emotional.
It was a poignant moment. Right now, it's time for the coin toss, brought to you by Subway Restaurants. Experience the great taste of a new fresh toasted sub today. Subway, eat fresh. And the Eagles captains, Donovan McNabb, Brian Westbrook, Jeremiah Trotter, Brian Dawkins, Ike Reese, David Akers. Joining the Patriots captains, Tom Brady, Troy Brown, Richard Seymour, Teddy Bruschi, Rodney Harrison, and Larry Izzo. The referee for Super Bowl 39, Terry McCauley, in his 7th year as an official, his first ever Super Bowl. They are huddled up at center of the field.
Congratulations, gentlemen, and welcome to Super Bowl 39. This is the coin today. The Lombardi Trophy is heads. The Super Bowl logo is tails. Tyler Callahan will toss the coin. The AFC champions, New England Patriots, are the visiting team, and will call the toss. Who will call the toss? Number 37, what is your call? His call is heads. Tyler, flip it high.
Give it to me, Tyler. Good hearing.
Philadelphia won the toss. You want the ball? Let's go. Turn around, please. toss will receive.
All right, you heard Terry McCauley. He told young Tyler, who is from the NFL Junior Player Development Program, to toss it high, as he did.
You heard the player saying, come on, Tyler, throw it for us.
All right, coming up, the opening kickoff. You are listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
I have an incredible deal for you this week from Pro Flowers. Valentine's Day is less than 2 weeks away. And right now, when you order a dozen Sweet Expressions roses for $39.99, you get another dozen free just for listening to this show. 2 dozen roses for $39.99. That's less than you'd pay for 1 dozen at most other places. Our listeners also get a free glass vase with this romantic bouquet of pink, white, and red roses. You'll save at least $30, but this unbelievable offer is only available if you use my name when you order. Order today for Valentine's Day delivery. Pro Flowers ships these beautiful roses direct from the field, so they're fresher, they last longer, and they're half the price. Now, to get this great offer, here's what you should do. Go to proflowers.com, and before you do anything else, click on the microphone located in the upper right-hand corner of the homepage and type in my name. Larry, L-A-R-R-Y. That's proflowers.com, or call toll-free 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. That's 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. And be sure you mention Larry.
Arthritis sufferers announcing the Jointritis Triple Guarantee. Jointritis, the medically advanced arthritis rub with skin conditioners lanolin, glucosamine, and chondroitin. Plus, a maximum strength pain reliever makes this triple guarantee. Jointritis will relieve even your worst minor arthritis pain, guaranteed. Jointritis has no risky side effects, guaranteed. And if not completely satisfied, Jointritis will refund your money, guaranteed. Jointritis, triple guaranteed relief. Use as directed.
Ah, the standard plain vanilla garage door. Raised white panels, no windows, no trim detail. You see it in neighborhoods everywhere. The houses don't all look the same, so why do the garage doors? Wayne Dalton has a better idea. A complete line of quality garage doors that you can customize to suit the style of your home. The panels, the windows, the hardware, all just the way you want them. Go to WayneDalton.com and create the perfect garage door in any flavor you like, except vanilla. Wayne Dalton. One first after another.
It's time for the opening kickoff of Super Bowl 39. Brought to you by Wayne Dalton, makers of the incredibly quiet iDrive garage door opener. See it at WayneDalton.com. Let's rejoin Marv Albert and Boomer Esiason in Jacksonville.
We are set for the opening kickoff. Adam Vinatieri will kick it away to the combination of J.R. Reed, the rookie from South Florida, 4th-round draft pick. Among the leaders, averaging 23 yards per return. And Roderick Hood, the second-year man from Auburn. The Eagles want the ball in the hands of J.R. Reed. The New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles getting ready to go in Super Bowl 39 in Jacksonville, Florida, as Vinatieri gets set to approach. Reed and Hood are back at their goal line, and here comes Vinatieri, and the kick high end over end, and it's played at the 5 by Hood, straight ahead to the 20, 25, 30, cross the 35, and he's taken down. Beautiful return. Eugene Wilson on the tackle, a 32-yard return by Roderick Hood. And here come the Philadelphia Eagles. Donovan McNabb is the quarterback. Brian Westbrook is the running back up front. At the tackles, Trey Thomas and John Runyon. The guards are Artis Hicks and Jermaine Mayberry. And the center is Hank Fraley as the Eagles start out from their 39. And Terrell Owens is on the field and flanked to the left side. So Owens opens up. McNabb will open up out of the shotgun. He takes the low snap and he's back to throw. He pumps. He's in trouble. Running left and has nowhere to go and now fires a bullet that is incomplete, landing at the 50-yard line.
And Marv, interesting defensive alignment for the New England Patriots right off the bat. They do blitz Donovan McNabb. There are only 2 defensive linemen on the field right now for the Patriots. You see Jarvis Green out there, and it looks like Vince Wilfork is out there. Other than that, it's defensive backs and linebackers. So interesting, right off the bat, New England giving Donovan McNabb something he hasn't seen.
And the three linebackers, Willie McGinnis, Roman Pfeiffer, and Roosevelt Colvin, were chasing Donovan McNabb. It's a 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Levens and Parry in the backfield. They're lined up in the eye. Here's the ball fake as McNabb rolls right, throws, and completes in the right flat. Out of the 45-yard line, he has Owens. He's run out of bounds. He is short of a first down. Picked up 7 on the play. You can hear the Philadelphia Eagle portion of the crowd responding to that reception by Terrell Owens.
Remember, we were talking about it. They wanted to get Terrell Owens involved early. He comes across in motion, runs a little flat pattern. It's a play-action fake in the backfield. Donovan McNabb rolls to his right. Safe play. Good calls by Andy Reid. A little bit aggressive. 2 pass plays to start Super Bowl 39 for Donovan McNabb.
The Eagles now looking at a 3rd down and 3 at their 46-yard line. They're going from right to left. Empty backfield for Philadelphia. Here's McNabb back to throw, facing pressure. Down he goes. No, he's able to get away, and then the ball is knocked out of his hands. It is loose. It is recovered by the Patriots. It appeared that McNabb was able to scramble free as he faced the pressure from Teddy Bruschi, did not go down, and then had the ball knocked loose, and the New England Patriots will take over.
So much for rope-a-dope. This is going to be interesting. I'm wondering if Donovan McNabb's knee touched the ground as Teddy Bruschi comes free, unblocked. Somehow he manages to stay up. Donovan McNabb does, but Willie McGinnis knocks the ball loose, and it all starts with Bruschi and McGinnis. They're unbelievable in big games, continuing to make big plays. Amazing. This is what the New England Patriots are all about. The question here is whether or not Donovan McNabb was down. Here you go.
If the quarterback's knee was down prior to losing the football.
And it's a good challenge by Andy Reid because you do not want New England to take possession right here on the Philadelphia Eagle 34-yard line. So, Marv, what can I tell you? We talked about it in the pregame. It's the penchant for the New England defense to make plays. I thought that they were going to come out and maybe play, and I think Donovan McNabb's knee is down, so they're going to overturn this, I believe.
Teddy Bruschi, a guy who is all over the football. He's had another magnificent year. He is New England's big play man. Now, if the sack holds up, Willie McGinnis would get it. He forced the fumble, recovered by the Patriots, but right now we await the challenge with Andy Reid throwing the red flag. We'll take a break. This is Westwood One's coverage of Super Bowl 39.
We're back here to San Diego, wrapping it up here as the Longhorns have swept this 3-game series against the San Diego State Aztecs. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. For Texas, no runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. For the Aztecs, errors really a problem again in today's ball game as Buck Cody gets the win. He runs his record to 1-0. The Longhorns on the year now 3-0. The Aztecs fall to 0-3. Cody gets the win. Clayton Stewart comes on, pitches 2 2.2 innings, does a great job. And then coming on in the ninth was Jay Brent Cox. He does not earn a save, but he does come on to close out the ball game. Again, the final score here from San Diego, the Longhorns win this ball game 7-0. They sweep a 3-game set against the Aztecs of San Diego State University. Again, the final score here from San Diego is the Longhorns 7, the Aztecs 0. We'll be back with more broadcasts this week as the Longhorns will come back to Austin on Wednesday afternoon. 2:15 airtime, 2:30 first pitch. For Keith Borland and Bill Little, this is the final again from San Diego. Texas wins 7-0.
Get your smile on. Come on, make a little joy, make a little noise, some more that. Feed the feeling, can't go wrong. Get your smile on. Days are better and nights are better with lace. Get your smile on. The food, the mood, they all improve with lace. Get your smile on. It's always better with lace. Get your smile on.
Get new Lay's cheddar and sour cream potato chips for lunch at BP.
at the 36-yard line. Philadelphia retains possession of the ball. It'll be fourth down. Philadelphia is not charged with their first timeout.
It's a good job by Andy Reid challenging that play. And you could hear the Philadelphia Eagle fans cheering for a quarterback sack. When was the last time you've ever heard that? But how about this? All you had to do is look at Donovan McNabb's knee. He's got a grass stain right on it. So the proof is definitely in the pictures, and Andy Reid did a good job. And I got to tell you, New England showed Donovan McNabb something that he hasn't seen. 2 defensive linemen. They had, I believe, 5 defensive backs out there, and of course, the 4 linebackers. So they had people all over the place, disconcerting, blitzing, and confused Donovan on that first series.
And we talked about that earlier. You can look at all the tape of the previous games, and it will not matter because the Patriots will cross you up. Here's Dirk Johnson back at his 20. Troy Brown is the deep man. The punt is high and deep for Beauty. Brown comes up, takes it to 20, cuts to his left, then his right, and he's hit down across the 25-yard line. Nice coverage by the Eagles, led by Mike Lavingo, 44-yard punt, and a 7-yard return. So now New England will get the football. They'll start out from their 27-yard line. The quarterback is Tom Brady. The running backs, Corey Dillon and Patrick Pass. Up front, Matt Light, Brandon Gorin at the tackles, Joe Andruzzi, Stephen Neal the guards, and the center is Dan Copen. It is a 1st and 10 from the 27 as New England goes left to right here in the first quarter. Signals called. Brady takes. Back to throw. On first down. Throws underneath. And he has Deion Branch across the 40 and a first down. He's taken down up at the 44-yard line. 16-yard pickup as Brady is able to connect with Branch.
And, you know, we were wondering whether or not Jim Johnson was going to come out blitzing. And guess what? He does. And Corey Dillon really makes a nice block right in the middle of the defense against Jeremiah Trotter as he gets back there. And Tom Brady just moves to his right effortlessly and throws a perfectly thrown ball right down to Deion Branch.
They're lined up in the eye. It's a first down at the 44, and we have penalty markers down, jumping on the line.
Number 72.
It is the left tackle, Matt Light.
First down.
Of New England, picking up that call.
And remember, he's going against Derek Burgess, who had a tremendous game against the Atlanta Falcons, and Michael Vick 2 weeks ago. And, you know, this is an unheralded offensive line who just continues to play solid football. They run the ball about as well as anybody, and they pass block about as well as anybody. A very well put together offensive line.
It is set back to a 1st and 15 at the 39. Now the handoff to Dillon, running to his left, looks to make the turn. He cannot. Just a short pickup. Michael Lewis, the strong safety, up to make the stop. Corey Dillon goes for 4 yards on the play. Dillon was held to 73 yards by the Steelers 2 weeks ago in the AFC Championship game.
And that's why Tom Brady was throwing the ball down the field, committing 8 men around the line of scrimmage one-on-one. And I think that anytime you blitz him, anytime you commit to stopping Corey Dillon, you know, his pinpoint accuracy is deadly, and that's why Jim Johnson's just got to kind of control himself from putting those guys out on an island outside.
All right, here's Brady back to throw on 2nd down. Completes the screen. Dillon takes, he stumbles, able to move forward, but he's tripped up at the 45-yard line. Derek Burgess able to make the tackle, perhaps 2 on the play.
You know, and another blitz by Jim Johnson, the defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, neither one of these defensive coordinators are doing what I thought they were going to do. How do you like that? If I were playing in this game, I'm getting my head knocked off a few times. But both are blitzing. And that time, they brought Dawkins out of the, actually Michael Lewis out of the secondary. So aggressive play calling by the defensive coordinators.
3 minutes gone by. We have no score. And the Patriots with a 3rd down and 9 at their 45. Brady out of the gun. Brady is back to throw. Takes a long look, and he throws deep down the field. It is broken up. Intended for David Patton down at the 20-yard line, and Patton is shaken up. He was double covered. He is still on the field, slow to get up, but apparently is all right. So an excellent defensive opening series for the Eagles.
You know, Tom Brady kind of underthrew this ball a little bit. he had Patton. Lewis was coming up to stop the run, and Patton looked as if he was looking for Lewis as opposed to trying to make a play on the ball, but Tom underthrew it a little bit.
So Josh Miller, who's had his ups and downs, is back to punt at his 30-yard line. Brian Westbrook and Lito Shepard are the deep men. High snap, Miller takes it as a line drive, and it is apparently angling to the near side and carried out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Westbrook followed it to the sideline. A beautiful punt for Miller. It's 48 yards, no return allowed. So the Philadelphia Eagles will start out from their 7-yard line. That's where it carried out of bounds. We have no score. We're early first. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
At the Rolade Soft Chew Challenge, Dave's comparing new Rolade Soft Chews to Tom ZX.
Just letting you know your identity and credit are okay.
Identity theft can damage your credit at any time. Equifax Credit Watch monitors your credit and notifies you of key changes so you can act before serious harm is done. Get Equifax Credit Watch at Equifax.com.
Looking for the newest fits, fabrics, and styles in a pair of jeans? Then look for Wrangler, the official jeans of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the number 8 race team. Wrangler Jeans Company, a new generation of Wrangler. Now back to Marv Albert and Boomer Esiason at Alltel Stadium.
Back in Jacksonville, we have double coverage on the sideline tonight. Let's check in with John Dockery. Doc?
Thank you, Marv. And Boomer, you were absolutely right. David Patton was coming across the middle of the field, and both defenses have intimidators at the safeties, and he was looking, actually, for Michael Lewis, who was going to hit him. I thought Patton actually might have had a shot, even though the ball, as you mentioned, was a little underthrown, but Patton got those alligator arms coming across the field.
Without question, and again, here we go now with the New England defense. Richard Seymour is now on the field. Jarvis Green. Those are the two defensive linemen. Roosevelt Colvin and Willie McGinnis line up as defensive ends. They're showing them a 4-3 kind of configuration, which I'm sure Philadelphia didn't expect.
And the Eagles start out from their 7-yard line. The lone back is Westbrook. The handoff to Westbrook. He's hit back behind the line. He's stopped by Richard Seymour. It is a loss on the play. He lost 2 yards.
And remember, when you play New England, you normally see a 3-4 configuration. And so if you're going to practice against that, the pass protections are a little bit different, and certainly the run blocking is a little bit different. But now they come out, they show you a 4-3 configuration. But, 4 of those 2 guys on the defensive line are really linebacker types. So it's a little confusing, I'm sure, to the offensive linemen of the Eagles.
It is a 2nd and 12 at the 5. Now Perry and Westbrook in the backfield. Owens splits wide to the left. Here's McNabb on a short set. Throws to the left side. Here's Owens. Owens stiff arms his way. Reaches the 14 and then ridden out of bounds by the strong safety, Rodney Harrison. So not only is Terrell Owens in the starting lineup, that's his 2nd catch of the night, and that's good for a 9-yard advance.
And he looks pretty good. And Romeo Cornell, again, crowding the line of scrimmage, one-on-one on the outside, and they want to force, it seems like they want to force Donovan McNabb to beat them by throwing the football, and Owens looks great right now.
It's the 3rd and 3 up at the 14-yard line. Now Owens splits wide to the right, Pinkston to the left. Here's the handoff. Westbrook tries the left side off the left guard, and he is stopped about a yard pickup. Brewski and Vrabel are right there. So Philadelphia, with a 4th down and about a yard and a half, will punt the football.
That was, I don't understand that call. That was like a give-up call almost. And I would have thought that you would probably put Donovan McNabb on the run, in the run-pass option there.
So Dirk Johnson is back to punt.
Oh, nice.
It is high, it is deep. Brown calls for the fair catch and takes it at the 31-yard line. A beauty by Johnson. Is a 52-yard punt. Does not allow a return. It's the Patriots nothing, the Eagles nothing. We're early in the first. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Oh, no.
Mr. Fernley, I'm Joseph.
I know why you're here. You got to come back. The Pro Bowl's on. It's only the second quarter.
Says here, you called after the Super Bowl, want to return a 65-inch big screen. I'm here to pick it up.
But football's not over. Give me 4 hours.
I can't give you 4 hours, and I can't take this $20 bill.
Sorry, I thought you dropped that. Give me 3 hours.
The big screen, now.
6 downs?
One last, final last game. The Pro Bowl, Sunday, February 13th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Live on ESPN. Now the standard plain vanilla garage door. Raised white panels, no windows, no trim detail. You see it in neighborhoods everywhere. The houses don't all look the same, so why do the garage doors? Wayne Dalton has a better idea. A complete line of quality garage doors that you can customize to suit the style of your home. The panels, the windows, the hardware, all just the way you want them. Go to WayneDalton.com and create the perfect garage door in any flavor you like, except vanilla. Wayne Dalton. One first after another.
Hi, this is Larry King. So I'm at this French restaurant and the waiter says, Monsieur, red or white? So I say purple, as in Welch's purple grape juice. Because Welch's helps keep your heart healthy. It's made from Welch's Concord grapes that contain powerful antioxidants like the grapes used to make red wine. Welch's has no added sugar, is fat-free, cholesterol-free, and certified by the American Heart Association. Plus, it goes great with everything on the menu. So, forget the corkscrew. Twist open a bottle of delicious Welch's 100% grape juice.
Pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is CBS Radio Sports and Westwood One, your exclusive home for Super Bowl 39.
AM 1300 The Zone.
You know who we are?
The Longhorn Station. All sports, all the time.
Marv Albert, Boomer Esiason, John Dockery, Bonnie Bernstein, Jim Gray, cast of thousands here in Jacksonville. We have no score, 9:55 to play. In this first quarter, the Patriots take over 1st and 10 from their 32-yard line. Brady ducks in under. Dillon is the lone setback, a long count by Brady. He takes, hands to Dillon, drives off the right side and gets to the 34-yard line to Honey Jones, the strong side linebacker, able to make the stop, so Dillon picks up 3.
And as I'm watching this New England offense down on the sideline of the Philadelphia Eagles, their offense is trying to figure out what in the world defense is New England playing against us. So they're trying to figure that out, and that's probably why Andy Reid decided to run the ball on 3rd and 3 in that last series. But now comes Corey Dillon time for the Patriots.
It's a 2nd and 7 at the 35. The tight end, Graham, in motion, lines up in the slot, and we have penalty flags tossed.
Yeah, it's going to be Brandon Gorin, the right tackle.
Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Brandon Gorin, 3-year man out of Purdue. It's Gorin and Light at the tackles, and Druzzi and Neal the guards. The center is Copeland. That sets the Patriots back to a 3rd and 12 at the 30.
You'd be moving too, Marv, if Javon Curse was across the line from you. So.
Excellent point.
I know these tackles are a little anxious right now.
Correction, it's a 2nd and 12 back at the 30-yard line. Dillon is the lone deep back, and now he goes in motion to the right. Here's Brady, a quick pitch over the middle. Underneath he has Branch, but it is a short pickup and short of a 1st down. About 8 on the play. Jeremiah Trotter, the middle linebacker, right there to get the reps on Deion Branch.
You know, when the Patriots go nobody in the backfield, an empty backfield, it kind of expands the zones of the Philadelphia Eagles. And Tom Brady, you know, that's a play of his accuracy. You know, it's just like a little dart throw. Don't go for all of it. Be patient. That's exactly what he did on that last play.
Now Kevin Falk checks in. He's the lone deep back. 3rd down and 4. Patriots at their 38-yard line. Brady making changes at the line. Here's Brady back to throw. Brady throws. It's caught, but short of a 1st down. Good second effort. David Gibbons made the catch. Took the hit, was able to break a tackle, but comes up with just 2 on the play, short of a 1st down, and New England forced to punt once again.
And yet another blitz by Jim Johnson on 3rd down, coming right up the middle, forcing Tom Brady to get rid of the ball quickly. And Lito Shepherd did a really nice job getting out of that pack and getting the hit on Gibbons originally, and then it was Brian Dawkins and Lewis who came back to make the tackle.
All right, Mahe and Westbrook are back. Josh Miller with his second punt. His first of beauty did not allow a return. This one, a wobbly play at the 15-yard line by Westbrook, running to his left, gets up to the 25, and he is hit down. A 45-yard punt, 7-yard return. Patrick Pass makes the tackle on Westbrook. 7.5 remaining in this opening quarter. New England nothing, Philadelphia nothing. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Burger King presents BK Big Fish Tales. It was a dark and stormy lunch break, but one man named Todd was he, made his way to Burger King and found the great, grandest fish he'd ever seen. Call it the BK Big Fish, they do. After he devoured the Leviathan, not a trace was left from the corn-dusted bun, save for a drop of tartar sauce on young Todd's chin. The new BK Big Fish sandwich is available only at Burger King.
Aunt Amy, I know a secret. Ryan likes you. Who told you that? Ryan did. He told me, too. He gave me these beautiful diamond earrings.
This Valentine's Day, how do you tell the world that she just might be the one? With Kay's round or princess cut diamond earrings priced from just $99.99 to $3,500. At Kay Jewelers, every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully.
Do you want to know another secret? I like him back. Every kiss begins with Kay.
Joel Myers here, and I've got a tip for all you sports fans. If you want good sports, concerts, or theater tickets, you've got to check out StubHub.com, the fan-to-fan ticket exchange with a 100% buyer guarantee. Since tickets on StubHub.com come from season ticket holders, you're getting direct access to the best seats in the country. So whether you want to sit courtside, behind home plate, or in the front row, you can find all your seats on StubHub.com or call 866-STUBHUB. To order tickets today, call 866-STUBHUB or visit StubHub.com, where tickets are from fans for fans.
StubHub! The Eagles back in possession. They'll start out from their 26. We'll go downstairs to Bonnie Bernstein. Bonnie?
Well, Marv, it's surprising for as much as I thought the Eagles would be monitoring Terrell Owens, neither Andy Reid nor offensive coordinator Brad Childress has approached him so far. Terrell doesn't look like he's suffering any after effects. I know it's early from that injury. After the first series, he came off, adjusted his right shoe, kind of tweaked it a little bit. Looks a little bit winded. Has come off. He sat on the bench immediately when he's gotten off the field, but no noticeable limp, and he has been lining up on both sides of the field, Mark.
All right, thanks, Bonnie. Terrell, 2 catches for 16 yards. Philadelphia, first 2 possessions, 6 plays, only 6 yards. They start out at their 26-yard line. Westbrook in the backfield, out of the gun. McNabb takes, sets up, throws downfield, and it is incomplete. Pass down to the 40, intended for Todd Pinkston. It was way off the mark. Pinkston covered by the right corner, Asante Samuel.
All right, New England staying in the same defensive look with 2 defensive linemen, what you would consider legitimate defensive linemen, but this time it's Keith Traylor and Ty Warren who are on the middle of that defense, but now Traylor's going to go off, and it looks like they're going to bring on Richard Seymour, and they're going to bring on another defensive back. So, Romeo Crennel is continually changing his defensive personnel, keeping them fresh.
And that other defensive back they brought on is Troy Brown, the man who plays both sides of the football. Westbrook in the backfield. Here's the play fake to Westbrook. Now McNabb throws on a screen. Has Westbrook to the 30, to the 35, out to the 40-yard line, and has a first down. Beautiful running after the catch by Brian Westbrook. He was taken down by the free safety, Eugene Wilson. That's good for 14. And we'll hear that Troy Brown missed the initial tackle on Westbrook.
You know what I love about this play, Marv? You fake it to Westbrook, and you come back and you throw it to Westbrook, assuming that the defense is going to completely forget about you, and that's exactly right. Troy Brown did miss the tackle, but that's why Brian Westbrook is so valuable.
All right, here is the handoff to Dorsey Levens, who just checked in, tries the middle, not much there. Dorsey Levens spent 8 years with the Green Bay Packers, and then a year with Philly, a year with the Giants, now back with the Eagles, and an important guy in backing up Brian Westbrook. A yard on that play for 11. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 at the 41.
You know, I used to play with a guy by the name of James Brooks, and I always knew if I was in trouble, I could just drop it off to him because I know he would make the first guy miss, and that's why Brian Westbrook is so dangerous in the open field. Very rarely does the first guy bring him down.
Eagles now go double tight end as Jeff Thomason is there with L.J. Smith. Thomason, a late addition to the Philadelphia Eagles squad after the injury suffered by Chad Lewis. Here's McNabb back to throw, rolling right. He throws, and it is way off and carries out of bounds. I believe L.J. Smith was somewhere in the area.
Well, you know, this is the game, part of the game that Donovan McNabb has. You know, he can be a little wild at times. He's strong, he's athletic, he's jacked up, I'm sure, today. And that was one of those plays right there. He threw it right over the head of L.J. Smith and almost hit Bill Belichick in the face on the sideline.
McNabb now 3 of 6, just 30 yards. Westbrook in the backfield for this 3rd and 9. Philadelphia at their 41-yard line. McNabb back to throw. McNabb throws, a diving catch made out at midfield by the tight end Smith. The official right there says yes, he had possession, and it appears that it's a Philadelphia first down. Roman Pfeiffer on the coverage. They're moving the yardsticks. A first down for the Eagles. Nice catch by L.J. Smith, the second-year man out of Rutgers. Good for 9 and an Eagle first down.
Romeo Cornell was bringing Teddy Bruschi on the blitz, and Brian Westbrook picked him up, and L.J. Smith made a wonderful catch as the ball was thrown away from him by Donovan McNabb. Tough matchup for Roman Pfeiffer to cover, a very talented young tight end for the Eagles.
Coming up on 5 minutes to play in the scoreless first quarter. Here's McNabb on a swing pass. He has Westbrook. Westbrook hit behind the line, breaks the tackle, and then able to move forward for short yarders. Randall Gay able to make the stop. 3 yards for Westbrook. The missed tackle by Mike Vrabel as Westbrook gives you the series of moves. Little stutter step, a little fake to the left, and he got by Vrabel.
And this ball was thrown behind him, so he had to turn his back to the line of scrimmage, then finally get away from Vrabel. If Donovan could hit him in stride, he'll make 2 or 3 guys miss. But right there, those are the little things that Brian Westbrook does for you. I like the way that Andy Reid now is calling offense. A lot of passing, a lot of play action faking, and getting his quarterback out of the middle of the pocket.
All right, 2nd down and 6. McNabb back to throw, gets the time, he fires, but it is incomplete. Westbrook, the intended receiver, double coverage on Westbrook inside the 35-yard line.
I don't want to keep harping on this, but this is the patience aspect of the game that Donovan's got to be careful of. He's got a little momentum here. He tried to force this ball to Westbrook as Westbrook is coming off of a wide receiver, and he's got L.J. Smith wide open standing right in front of him. And he should just throw it to him, yet he tries to force it to Westbrook.
It brings up a 3rd down and 6. Look at the Eagle play selection. 10 passes, 3 rushing attempts. This is not a running team. They do not depend on the run. And the Eagles move to the line, and an official timeout.
Looks like they had a problem with the play clock. Now, I don't know if it ran out or...
The play clock malfunctioned.
There you go.
We'll reset it to 25 seconds.
And the scoreboard has been incorrect. The scoreboard showing a 2nd and 6. It's a 3rd down and 6.
That's why you're on top of it, Marv. That's why you're here, baby, I'll tell you. But here are situations now where Donovan's just got to be real careful. Just don't force the issue. They got him back in shotgun. So this is where he becomes very dangerous. You got to be careful blitzing him, because if he gets away, he can make a huge play.
Westbrook in the backfield and now peels to the right. He's on the wing as McNabb does take out of the gun. McNabb throws a leaping catch made by Owens to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Taken out of bounds, and a flag is thrown upfield.
I'm going to tell you what happened. Terrell Owens coming underneath on a shallow cross, and he is covered by Randall Gay, who runs into the back of Teddy Bruschi right in the middle of the field. Owens comes out underneath wide open because Gay falls down.
Play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 59. After this is for the goal. First down.
All right, the call on Roosevelt Colvin, the outside linebacker. The pass and catch went for 30. A tag on the penalty. And the Philadelphia Eagles have a 1st and goal down at the 8.
And Marv, it was actually Freddie Mitchell who ran into Randall Gay right in the middle of the field. It was ruled incidental contact because Freddie Mitchell was tied up with Teddy Bruschi, comes off of Teddy Bruschi, and then knocks Randall Gay to the ground, and that's what enables Terrell Owens to come scot-free on the other side.
All right, here are the Eagles breaking the huddle to the bottom of the center. Hank Fraley, Brian Westbrook in the backfield with Josh Perry. Signal's being called by McNabb. He's back to throw. He's in trouble. He's taken down. Second sack of the night for the New England Patriots. Mike Vrabel leading the way. The initial pressure from Roosevelt Colvin, but Vrabel had 5.5 sacks during the regular season, able to get to Donovan McNabb.
Terrible play by McNabb. You got to get rid of the ball. I know that it's pressurized. You don't feel it. You got to throw it. You can't take yourself and move yourself back. Obviously farther out of field goal range. So McNabb has got to be smart on that. Cannot take a sack when you get inside the 20-yard line of the opponent.
And Buller, that's a loss of 16 on the play. It's a 2nd and goal back at the 24-yard line. Here's McNabb back to throw. He steps up. He throws end zone, and a leaping grab made by one of the Patriot defensive backs, Asante Samuel, able to come out of the end zone to the 20, to the 25, and slides to the 30. There is a penalty flag down.
And I think it's going to be against the Patriots. Bring it back. I think it's going to be pass interference.
Prior to the pass.
Or illegal contact.
Illegal contact. Defense. Number 95. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
All right, the call on Roman Pfeiffer, the Patriots inside linebacker.
And we're talking about illegal contact. This is away from where the ball was thrown. This is the emphasis of the rule of illegal contact and defensive holding that started out in the preseason and has lasted through the season. Over 150% more illegal contact calls this year as opposed to last year. And this is a huge penalty right here because it takes away the interception by the Patriots and gives the Eagles a first down inside the 20 of New England.
And Philadelphia tight end L.J. Smith shaken up, hobbling off the field. 4th penalty called on the Patriots, and it has cost. When we resume, it's a 1st and 10 at the 19 for the Eagles. A break in the action brought to you by AIG for insurance, loans, retirement. AIG, we know money. Philadelphia, New England are scoreless. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Kia Motors brings you Players Who Gave More, sponsored by the Sedona, the roomy minivan that gives you more for under $21,000. During a halftime snack, Winston-Salem Hyphens linebacker Brooke Dorr gets his right hand stuck in a pickle jar, forcing him to play the entire second half with the jar on his hand. Sensing an advantage, Tulsa runs the ball right at Dorr, and the rout is on. But when the Tulsa players joked that Dorr was in a pickle, the enraged linebacker began to play like a man possessed. And before you could say gherkin, Winston-Salem was back on top. He gave more. And Dorr gets more from his Kia Sedona with a 5-star safety rating, a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program, and it's under $21,000. Kia, make every mile count.
MSRP for base model 2004 Sedona is $26.65, including freight, excluding taxes, title, license, options, and retailer charges. 5-star rating achieved at NHTSA designated test facility and approved by NHTSA. Actual prices set by retailer. See retailer for limited powertrain warranty details or go to kia.com.
Consort Hair Care presents Dan's Mailbag, starring sportscaster Dan Patrick.
Peter N. writes, Dan, can self-help books really help me improve my self-image? Pete, I think self-help books are great. Why, just last week, one helped me pour a concrete foundation. But to really improve your self-image, try Consort Hairspray and Gel for Men. It'll give your hair a healthy-looking hold that's never stiff, never sticky, and you won't have to join group therapy or hug other men.
Dan's Mailbag has been brought to you by Consort Hair Care, located in the men's shaving aisle, nowhere near the book rack.
Coming up for the Eagles, their 10th play of this drive, and Boomer Donovan McNabb thrown the ball all over the field. The stat line is 6 for 10, 72 yards. He's been sacked twice.
Well, you know, he's made some mistakes. He got away with one there because of that illegal contact penalty called against Roman Pfeiffer that was away from the play. So far the break's going away for the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, Pinkston flank wide right side. Westbrook in the backfield now lines up in the slot. McNabb back to throw. McNabb throwing to the end zone, and it is intercepted. It is picked off down at the 2 by Rodney Harrison.
And Rodney Harrison stays down on the ground. It looks like he's injured. I don't know what he hurt. Maybe he got hit in the head or something. But this ball was a floater by Donovan McNabb as he tries to throw it to the front of the end zone. And Rodney Harrison reads it perfectly.
Intended for Brian Westbrook and Harrison, who had that key interception 2 weeks ago in the AFC Championship game against Pittsburgh. In fact, he returned it 87 yards for a touchdown, was able to make the play on that floater. They are checking out Harrison, who was shaken up as he was taken down. The Patriots will get it back. 3:06 to play in this first quarter. They'll take over at their 3-yard line. So a break in the action once again brought to you by AIG for insurance, loans, retirement. AIG. We know money. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
I'm very excited.
Gary is very excited.
Because
Subway restaurants' new fresh toasted subs are here. Like the Chipotle chicken and bacon double cheese melt or the chicken bacon wrap. Toasted subs can also defrost his tongue from this pole, like so. Here you go. The new hot, fresh toasted subs are here. Subway. Eat fresh.
Hi, this is Larry King. February is American Heart Month, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Welch's, because drinking a glass of delicious Welch's 100% grape juice can actually help keep your heart healthy. It's news to a lot of people, but studies have shown that because Welch's grape juice made from antioxidant-rich Concord grapes with no added sugar, it's actually good for your heart. In fact, Welch's has twice the antioxidant power of orange juice. So have yourself a heart-healthy month. Start drinking Welch's 100% grape juice today.
Log on to CBSSportsLine.com for lightning-fast live scoring, play-by-play, and stats for Super Bowl 39. Go to CBSSportsLine.com. Now back to Alltel Stadium in Jacksonville. Marv Albert and Boomer Esiason.
All right, the Patriots about to take over. They'll start from their 3-yard line off that interception by Rodney Harrison. Let's check in with John Dockery.
You know, Marvin Boomer, I know the defense of the Patriots can do things like this to you, but Donovan McNabb looks totally out of sync. Toad shaking his head coming off the sidelines, looking bewildered. Looks like he was 3 years ago, Boomer. It's unbelievable.
I will get back to that point in a moment as the Patriots are at the line. A long count for Brady. Gillen is in the backfield, takes the handoff on a draw, then breaks to the outside and is able to make his way out to the 10-yard line where he's met by Michael Lewis, the strong safety. 7 for Corey Dillon.
Just to go back to that interception for a second, first and foremost, it was a poor throw. He was throwing it to the right guy because he had Teddy Bruschi matched up one-on-one with Brian Westbrook. But what smart safeties do is that they read the eyes of the quarterback and they know where he's going to go. And Rodney Harrison made a nice break on the ball, but it was a poorly thrown and late thrown ball by Donovan McNabb.
Brady out of the shotgun now has a 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line. It's an empty backfield for the Patriots. He takes the snap, now steps up, and he throws. It is overthrown, intended for David Gibbons out of the 35, but that was way past the intended target.
All right, boys, let's calm down a little bit. Everybody's just got to calm down. This ball, you usually see Tom Brady just throwing the ball down the middle of the field without purpose, and I think he was a little bit shocked that Brian Dawkins was right underneath Gibbons, so Brady threw the ball high. Luckily, it was not picked off, but again, here, these are the types of plays that Tom Brady usually makes here. 3rd and 3.
Now Kevin Falk in the backfield. David Gibbons split wide to the left side. Brady takes handoff, inside handoff to Falk. He stopped at the line. Nowhere to go. Kevin Falk met by the left defensive tackle, Corey Simon. It's 3 and out in a hurry for the Patriots, and the punting unit will check in.
Say what you want about the Eagle offense. The Eagle defense came to play today. The Patriots don't have an answer for them right now. 3rd and 3, a little bit of a give-up call, I think, by Charlie Weiss. I understand an inside trap sometimes works against a penetrating defense. But the Eagle defense came to play today, and they are showing why they are the best in the NFC.
So Josh Miller on for the 3rd time. He'll punt from his end zone. Lito Shepard, Brian Westbrook are back. And it's a short punt. It is played by Westbrook at midfield, works his way to the 45, and he is stopped right there, but excellent field position for the Eagles. So 45-yard punt, 9-yard return. Matt Chatham able to make the stop. Let's check in with Bonnie Bernstein. Bonnie?
Marv, good news to report on the injury front for both the Eagles and the Patriots. For the Eagles, L.J. Smith, the tight end, just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. He is fine, and he'll go back in. Rodney Harrison, he's going to head back in on the next series as well. Harrison was telling us before the game that the experience of last year's Super Bowl's really been great in terms of teaching him that you can't let the adrenaline get to you too soon. This year, he says, I'm going to learn how to pace myself a heck of a lot better.
All right, Bonnie. In fact, Rodney Harrison just caught his back out of the field, so he's back in there. Here's McNabb throwing deep downfield, and it's nearly intercepted. The pass intended for Todd Pinkston down inside the 10, covered by the left corner, Randall Gay, the rookie from LSU.
Hey, that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I love Andy Reid coming out and saying, we got great field position. We're going to see if we can take advantage of this. And this is the one-on-one matchups that you want. Randall Gay does a great job of shielding off Pinkston and almost makes an interception here, but I don't have a problem with the call. I don't have a problem with the throw. Most people will complain, they never went down the field. Well, Andy Reid took a chance right there, and I love the aggressiveness of the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, who's also the play caller.
Now Levens and Parry in the backfield. They're lined up in the I formation. 2nd and 10 at the 45. Here's the play fake. McNabb rolling to his right. Looks like he'll run. He is tripped up, taken down as he was stopped at the back of the 46-yard line. Rodney Harrison going across the field from right to left and able to make the tackle.
Well, they were trying to throw a screen pass to Dorsey Levens, and he got drilled behind the line of scrimmage. So Donovan McNabb had to run with it. He couldn't throw it downfield because they had linemen downfield already. And Rodney Harrison makes a heck of a tackle, hits him right in the knee. Donovan's got to be careful. Roman Pfeiffer's drilling Dorsey Levens at the line of scrimmage. So now it's the New England Patriot defense that's trying to inflict some pain on this Philadelphia offense.
The end result, a loss of a yard. It's a 3rd down at 11 at the 46. McNabb is back to throw. McNabb throws a bullet. It's complete, but short of a 1st down. Inside the 40, L.J. Smith had it. He coughed it up. He lost the football. It's recovered by the Patriots.
On it's Eugene Wilson. This time L.J. Smith trying to get to the 1st down markers, struggling to get there. The ball gets knocked out. Eugene Wilson, again, it's amazing how many plays this New England Patriot defense continues to make as Rodney Harrison is right there. It's actually Randall Gay who knocks the ball out and Wilson falls on it. So twice now, great field position by the Eagles. They do not capitalize, and this turnover gives great field position now to the Patriots. Let's see if Charlie Weiss will be a little bit more aggressive in his play calling.
And remember 2 weeks ago in the AFC title game against Pittsburgh, Patriots forced 4 turnovers, which turned that game around. New England takes over at their 38-yard line. We're in final minute of the 1st quarter. Brady changing the play at the line. Here's Brady back to throw. Goes sideline, and it sails over the head of David Gibbons at the far side. Incomplete. It brings up a 2nd and 10 at the 38.
So here's what happens on that play. For everybody in the stadium that's listening to us, Tom Brady reads a pre-snap blitz. He can see that the Eagles are going to blitz. He audibles to a play. The Eagles hear him audibling to a play, so they audible out of the blitz. Tom Brady sees that, and he has to throw it away. Good play by the Eagle defense.
And now Brady has a 2nd and 10 at the New England 38-yard line. The handoff to Dillon. Driving off the left side. Looks to make the turn. Gets across the 40. And he's bottled up. Picked up 4 on the play. Met by the right defensive tackle, Darwin Walker, and the strong safety, Michael Lewis. Later on, we'll be selecting a brilliant coaching move of the game, one of your favorite moments, Boomer. Brought to you by K Jewelers. Every kiss begins with K. We've had some games during our Monday night schedule where it was not easy to find that, quote, brilliant coaching move.
And here we go as the end of the first quarter is going to come to an end. And Marv, most of the coaching moves that we have cynically labeled brilliant have been the wrong ones. So hopefully that's not going to be the case today.
All right, that is the end of the first quarter. It's the Eagles nothing and the Patriots nothing. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
You're on a winding mountain road. Just you and the stars. Not a soul in sight. It's times like these you're glad you maintain your vehicle with Nissan Genuine Service and Parts. Nissan's at your service. Visit your Nissan dealer now and enjoy the advantages of service performed by factory-trained technicians using genuine Nissan parts and advanced diagnostics. Then drive with confidence knowing your Nissan is ready to take you where you want to go. Nissan Genuine Service and Parts. Shift confidence.
Hi, this is Larry King. If you're drinking orange juice to be healthy, why not consider drinking Welch's 100% grape juice, too? According to research, Welch's 100% grape juice has twice the antioxidant power of orange juice. Because Welch's is made from antioxidant-rich Concord grapes with no added sugar. So it's actually good for your heart. So while OJ may be a good way to start your day, delicious Welch's grape juice is a great way to enjoy your life. Welch's 100% grape juice. Be heart smart. Pour yourself a glass today.
I'm very excited.
Gary is very excited.
Because
Subway restaurants' new fresh toasted subs are here. Like the Chipotle chicken and bacon double cheese melt or the chicken bacon ranch. Toasted subs can also be Frost's tongue from this pole. Like so. Here you go.
Uncle.
The new hot, fresh toasted subs are here. Subway. Eat fresh.
On to the second quarter here in Jacksonville, and the start of the second quarter is brought to you by Subway Restaurants. It's always been fresh, but now it can be fresh toasted too. Subway. Eat fresh.
And you know, Marv, this Super Bowl eerily similar to last year's Super Bowl when it was a first quarter where nobody scored. And you remember Jake Delhomme started that game, I think it was 1 for 9. Donovan McNabb a little on edge today, throwing an interception, a little inaccurate at times. The fumble by L.J. Smith on the last series, but no points scored. So, you know, the defenses are really controlling this football game as we speak right now.
And the Patriots with a 3rd and 7 at their 41-yard line as we resume. Kevin Falk in the backfield. Tom Brady working out of the shotgun. He takes the snap. Back to throw. In trouble. He's taken down. Derek Burgess, the right defensive end, comes up with the Eagles' first sack of the night. Burgess had 2 sacks against Atlanta in the NFC Championship game 2 weeks back.
And Marv, that's our 3rd sack tonight. And since it was just his quarterback sack, I want to take a moment to thank the Toby Foundation for their support this year. Fans of our broadcast know that for every QB sack this season, the Toby Foundation donated $1,000 to my foundation. This year, $174,000 goes into the scholarship pool. We just awarded 30 scholarships to CF patients around the country. Thank you, Toby and Chiron.
All right, Josh Miller back to punt for the 4th time from his 20. Again, looks to angle it. It is a floater and a fair catch called for and made at the 19 by Lito Shepard. A 48-yard punt. Another good one by Josh Miller. So the Philadelphia Eagles will get it back, and there's some words between various special teams players.
Well, both of these quarterbacks are struggling today, Marv. 7 of 13 for Donovan McNabb. 1 interception. He's been sacked 3 times. He's been roughed up pretty good. Remember, the first sack of the game was overturned by a replay challenge by Andy Reid in which he fumbled the football. So this has not been a good start to this football game. All right, the first quarter is behind us. Relax a little bit now. The game is tied. Nothing has changed. And now he's just got to get back on his game somehow. So far, Romeo Crennel I think, has confused him a little bit with his defensive looks.
And the Eagles having their problems on first down. They've run off 8 plays from minus 13 yards. Brian Westbrook in the backfield. Here is McNabb with the handoff. Westbrook cuts to his left and gets across the 20. A short pickup met by the inside linebacker, Ted Johnson. Brian Westbrook, with Carl Buckhalter out for the season, became the featured back for the first time in his NFL career and had a sensational season. 2 strong playoff games. In fact, he is a late addition to the Pro Bowl, replacing the injured Sean Alexander. And Westbrook seeing, as always, lots of activity as a running back, as a receiver, as a punt return man. Westbrook down the backfield with the fullback Josh Parry, takes the handoff, tries the right side, gets to the 21, and he is locked up by the combination of Rabel and Johnson.
2 successive runs. Now I wonder if Andy Reid is just saying, you know what, let's see if I can get my quarterback to settle down a little bit, and let's see if we can get a running game going to take some of the pressure off of Donovan. You know, these coaches, they look into the eyes of their players, and they can tell if they're on or if they're a little bit off, and they can have a sense about whether or not, you know, they're going to be, you know, on the top of their game. And right now, obviously, Donovan's not. Eagles only 5 rushers thus far for 2 yards.
And I looked into your eyes prior.
I was ready.
I could tell.
I don't have anybody
You were
running
sky
after
high.
me.
It's a 3rd down and 8. Here is McNabb back to throw. Now McNabb fires the middle. It is caught by Pinkston, and he has a first down. Todd Pinkston, who's had some difficulties going over the middle, that time made the catch, was hit, taken down by Rodney Harrison. It is a 17-yard pass play.
You know, Todd Pinkston has had some troubles going over the middle, but not this time, and he's right there with Rodney Harrison. And what I like about this ball by Donovan McNabb, he stepped into it, he delivered it decisively, and the ball was perfectly thrown, and Pinkston catches it nicely with his hands, knowing that Rodney Harrison's in the area.
Pinkston now splits wide to the left. The lone deep back is Westbrook. First down at the Philadelphia 38. The handoff to Westbrook. Running to his left. Looks to make the turn. He does. Gets across the 40. Runs it out of bounds. The Philadelphia Eagle portion of the crowd looking for a late hit out of bounds, but no flag as Westbrook goes for 5 yards on the play. We'll go downstairs. Here's Bonnie.
Marvin preparing for for Brian Westbrook. He said he really reminded him of a running back of his own, Kevin Falk. Not a power back, quickness and speed, versatile, can use him out of the backfield as a receiver, can split him out wide. But Belichick said, for as important as he is to the Eagles, make no mistake, he's not a league MVP. He's not a Marshall Falk, but he does have to be reckoned with.
All right, Bonnie, crowd reacting to the big screen up above the scoreboard. They felt that Westbrook was hit late. Here's McNabb throwing deep downfield. Oh, what a catch! Inside the 20 by Pinkston, a leaping catch, and he's taken down by Randall Gay. So Todd Pinkston, who at times has been criticized for having alligator arms, has come up with 2 key catches of beauty right there. A 41-yard pass play, and the Eagles have a first down at the New England 17.
And Marv, I got to tell you that he's the one guy that really nobody spoke about coming into this game. So he's having the game of his life after these 2 plays. And that was a beautiful throw by Donovan McNabb as he avoided the rush of Richard Seymour, stepped up and threw it down the field. What a nice catch by Pinkston.
First down at the 17, the handoff. Westbrook running to his left, able to make the turn. He's to the 10. Still steps his way, carries it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Run out by Hank Poteet. And it sets up a first and goal at the 6 and 11-yard run by Brian Westbrook. Let's check in with John Dockery.
Marvin was amazing. Did you see the defensive backs of the New England Patriots? They were all trying to get a timeout, Rodney Harrison and company, and they were turning around to the ref. So there were 2 or 3 defenders for the Patriots weren't even involved involved in that run. That's why the big game.
All right, first and goal at the 6-yard line. Again, the handoff to Westbrook. Tries to follow Parry, running to his right, but he stopped at the line. Teddy Bruschi able to make the stop. Let's check Philadelphia stats inside the red zone. Brought to you by Heinz, makers of thick and rich Heinz ketchup, America's favorite. Now, during the regular season, they had 47 opportunities in the red zone. They cashed in 30 times on touchdowns, 9 field goals, and they're first in the NFC, a 64% touchdown percentage.
Remember, this is where the Patriots make their plays on defense. You got to be careful if you're Donovan McNabb. Be sure of where you deliver the ball if you're going to throw it.
It is a second and goal at the 7. A loss of the yard on that play. Here's McNabb firing to the right side. It is incomplete, intended for L.J. Smith, and a flag is down.
I think this is going to be against the Eagles for illegal motion or a false start. That's what it looks to be. Again, Donovan a little high on that last throw right there as well.
Illegal formation. Offense. Number 69 was on the end of the line. Penalties decline. Third down.
That's the first penalty called on the Eagles, and it was called on the right tackle, the veteran John Runyon, 5-year man out of Michigan.
You know, and the play on this series, this particular series that got the team going was the 3rd and 8 completion of Todd Pinkston. And Donovan McNabb avoided the rush, stayed in the pocket, stepped up and delivered it with authority. And then the next play is the one down the field. So McNabb seems to be getting his game on here a little bit.
It is a 3rd and goal just inside the 7. Here's McNabb pumping. McNabb looking right, looking left, throws. It is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A diving catch by the tight end, L.J. Smith.
A perfectly thrown ball by McNabb, but the key here is the offensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles. Nobody got near McNabb. He was able to survey the defense, kept buying time, and then just found L.J. Smith in the back of the end zone and threw it low, threw it hard, threw it accurate, and Smith makes a nice catch.
L.J. Smith, the starter in the absence of the injured Chad Lewis, 2nd-round draft pick out of Rutgers last year. Now the try for the extra point. David Akers will come on, the holder, Coy Detmer. The long snapper, Mike Bartram. Signals being called. Long count. Here's the snap. Placed down. The kick is up, and it is good. 9 plays, 81 yards, 4 minutes, 36 seconds. 5 minutes gone by. In the second quarter, the Eagles strike first. They lead the Patriots 7-0. This is Westwood One's coverage of Super Bowl 39.
It used to be that automotive websites were divided into 2 sections, new and used. But now there's a Lexus so unique, it's created a whole new category on most major automotive websites. Lexus Certified Pre-Owned. While it's not quite new, it's as close to new car standards as you can get. Each vehicle undergoes a thorough inspection and reconditioning process and is given a Lexus-backed 3-year, 100,000 total vehicle mile warranty. And now from December 31st through March 1st, qualified buyers can get 3.9% APR financing for terms up to 66 months on all certified pre-owned vehicles, with each monthly payment of $1,685 per thousand borrowed on approved credit. Lexus Certified Pre-Owned. It's changed the face of automotive websites and the way you think about purchasing a car. See Lexus of Austin in the Arboretum area or visit LexusCPO.com.
Not all customers qualify. Available through Lexus Financial Services. No down payment if qualified. Take delivery by 3105. Not available in Hawaii. See your participating Lexus dealer for details.
Get your smile on. Come on, make a little joy, make a little noise, some more of that. Feed the feeling, can't go wrong. Get your smile on. Things are very nice, better with lace. Get your smile on. Through the mood, they all improve with lace. Get your smile on. It's always better with lace. Get your smile on.
Get new Lay's cheddar and sour cream potato chips for lunch at BP.
AM 1300 The Zone.
Well, this is certainly unfamiliar territory for the Patriots. The Patriots have scored first in every game this year, but one, that against the 49ers, final game of the season, which had No significance at all for New England. And here's Philadelphia jumping in front, 7-0.
You know, we heard President Clinton tell Jim Gray in the pregame show that he thinks that the Philadelphia defense is really improved. Well, I'll tell you how improved they are. New England only has 1 first down. And with all the problems that Donovan McNabb has had up until that last series, you know, New England's done absolutely nothing on offense. It's time for Tom Brady and his mates to get moving here.
Still checking those stats very carefully.
Well, he said he didn't want to pick the game because both cities voted for him.
All right, here is Akers with a kickoff. Bethel Johnson was blazing speed on the return out to the 15 to the 20-yard line, and then he is bottled up and taken down, and a flag comes flying. What's Michael able to make the tackle? A 19-yard return by Johnson, but a flag is thrown.
Yet another penalty on New England is to be holding.
During the return, holding, receiving team, number 51. 10-yard penalty, first down.
It's on Don Davis, backed up linebacker, so they'll move it back. All back at the 13-yard line. So the Patriots will start out at the 13, but first a timeout. It's Philadelphia 7, New England nothing. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
And leave hair looking healthy.
I wanted to tell you how great your hair looked, but I guess we got sidetracked.
Are you finally ready for Dinner X? Use as directed.
Hi, everybody. This is Boomer Esiason. And, you know, sometimes sacking the quarterback can be a really good thing. The Sacks for CF Scholarship Program was created by the Toby Foundation and the Boomer Esiason Foundation to raise money to help individuals with cystic fibrosis pursue their academic goals. Now, during the NFL season, Sacks for CF raised $174,000. The Toby Foundation was established by the Chiron Corporation to assist individuals with financial limitations and limited or no insurance. Now, to find out more about the Toby Foundation, all you have to do is visit www.tobyfoundation.org. And to find out more about our scholarship program at the Boomer Esiason Foundation, all you have to do is visit www.esiason.org.
For the Patriots, go back to the offense. Let's send it over to Jim Gray. Jim?
Marv, I'm with a very special guest, very familiar to everybody throughout the land. Pat Summerall. He has called 28 games between radio and television for the Super Bowl, 16 on TV. Pat, it's great to see you. You were just telling me a story about Super Bowl I. Tell our audience, because that is fascinating.
Well, first of all, it was so different from what goes on now. There were 41,000 empty seats. Tickets were $12, but my assignment was behind the Green Bay Packer bench. It was a simulcast, as you might remember. Or maybe you don't remember. That's too long ago. But it was...
And we'll finish up. Here's Marv with the play-by-play.
All right, Jim, we'll get back to you in a moment. Play action as Brady throws. Has the screen. He has Dillon to the 15. He's to the 20. Accelerates across the 25. And he's taken out of bounds. So a 13-yard pickup as Sheldon Brown was able to make the tackle. Let's get back to Jim and Pat.
Pick it up, Pat.
Well, the game was broadcast by two networks, CBS and NBC. And NBC was interviewing somebody, Bob Hope, I think. And my first assignment in the second half was, my first instructions was go ask Coach Lombardi. NBC missed the second half kickoff. So they told me to go ask Coach Lombardi and ask him if he would mind kicking off again for NBC. I said, you got to find somebody else for this job. I said, I'm not about to go ask Coach Lombardi to kick off again.
Here's Mark. All right, it's a 1st and 10 from the 26. Again, the screen caught by Dillon. Dillon running to the near side and is bumped out of bounds. Gets across the 35 out to the 40 and take it out. Another 15-yard hookup with Brady and Dillon combining on a screen pass. Matt Ware made the tackle, Jim.
Pat, let me ask you, you had a liver transplant last April right here in Jacksonville. How are you feeling? We saw that you came back and did some games on ESPN. How are you right now?
I'm feeling better, Jim, than I've felt in 15 years. The few games I came back and did, I enjoyed so much. I'm hoping I'll have another opportunity, but who knows? If I don't, it's been great.
Marv? All right, thanks, guys. Kevin Falk on the handoff, able to get out to midfield, picked up 8 on the play, shy of a first down. Ike Reese coming up to make the stop. So the Patriots, moving well on this drive, now have a 2nd and 2 at the 50.
Now remember, earlier in the game, both Patriot tackles have moved. They were called for false start penalties. They're having trouble with the pass rush. So you come out with a couple screens and a little bit of a draw. Now all of a sudden you're moving the ball down and you're moving it effectively. Good play calling by Charlie Weiss on this series.
Patriots line up in the eye. They have pass in front of Falk. Here's the handoff to Falk, and a sweep follows past, and is able to drive off right tackle, has the first down, scrambles to the 45, met by the middle linebacker, Jeremiah Trotter. 5 more for Kevin Falk, who has been a productive third down back, providing a change of pace for Corey Dillon. Dillon had a great year, running for 1,635 yards.
The other thing I'm sensing here is the Patriots are picking up the pace of their offensive play calling, getting to the line of scrimmage a lot quicker, trying to up-tempo it a little bit to get back into this game.
New England a first down at the Philadelphia 45. Short set by Brady, throws underneath, and he has Gibbons over the middle. Gibbons able to work his way inside the 35. He lost control, and the Eagles able to recover. Picked up by Sheldon Brown. Brown running to the near side and runs it out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
Well, this is going to be an interesting thing because there was no whistle blown. The ball was picked up by Sheldon Brown. I know that the play was ruled by the officials to keep going because he throws a beanbag as to where he thinks the fumble started. Now, the question will be whether or not Gibbons was down before the ball came out. And there's a little discussion going on between the referees right now.
The play was ruled a fumble, recovered by Philadelphia. First down.
It is Philadelphia back in possession.
Now, if this is a fumble, it will be the first turnover this postseason for the Patriots, but it doesn't look to me like it is a fumble. I'm looking at the replay. I'm thinking that Bill Belichick will definitely challenge this, and we will then take a look. As I see now, the red flag is down for Bill Belichick, and rightfully so.
Question is as to whether Kevin Falk, David Gibbons.
New England has challenged the ruling on the field. That there was a fumble on the play.
New England Patriots feel that Gibbons was down, and so that is being challenged. So we await the verdict from the replay booth. We'll take a break. 7:13 remaining in this first half. It's the Eagles 7, Patriots nothing. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
So I hand her the Kay Jewelers box with the ring in it. She opens it and starts to cry. Not the reaction I expected.
This Valentine's Day, she'll love Kay's quarter-carat diamond ring. Just $99.99. Presented in a Wedgwood keepsake box. Free as Kay's gift to you. At Kay Jewelers, every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully.
So I ask her, the crying, it's a good thing? She smiles and says,
It's a very good thing.
Then she kisses me, which was the reaction I was looking for.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
Winning the Super Bowl takes teamwork. So does buying a home. That's why you need an accredited buyer's representative on your side when you're looking to make that big move. And ABR is specifically trained and knows all the plays to help your Super Bowl family score with the right home. Find an ABR near you and receive your free home buyer's guide. Visit www.rebac.net. That's REBAC.net. Or call the Real Estate Buyers Agent Council at 1-800-648-6224.
Radio is often referred to as the theater of the mind. Well, at Burger King, we've created Theater of the Mouth. Today's mouth play is titled, Man, That Angus Bacon Cheddar Ranch is Good. Our scene begins with a young man in his rocking chair watching his pet monkey juggle cats. All the while, his sister tap dances upstairs and whistles Dixie into a mason jar. He unwraps his Angus Bacon Cheddar Ranch and takes a big, juicy bite.
Man, that Angus Bacon Cheddar Ranch is good.
This has been a presentation of Burger King Theater of the Mouth. The Angus BCR is only around for a limited time.
Have your way.
We're back in Jacksonville, and we are awaiting the word from the referee, Terry McCauley, who is checking out the replay challenge by Patriot head coach Bill Belichick. David Gibbons on the pass reception was stripped by Sheldon Brown. The question is, was he down?
Marv, as I look at the replay, I think he's down. So if I am Terry McCauley, I'm reversing the ball on the field and giving the ball back to New England.
The runner's knee was down prior to losing control of the football. It will be New England's ball, 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line.
You are correct.
With a timeout.
I'll tell you what, we've had 2 challenges thus far, both initiated by both head coaches. Both were reviewed correctly by Terry McCauley. That's why we have the replay. So, because on the field of play, there was no whistle blown. The play had kept on going, and rightfully so. So the Eagles got one, and now the Patriots get one. But the difference is the Patriots now have it 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line of the Eagles, as opposed to the Eagles having to punt. So here we go. So the Patriots have up-tempoed their offense, Marv, and it's working. And they've gotten Corey Dillon involved early in this drive.
And New England with the 4th first down on this series. Here's the handoff to Dillon, running to his left, cuts back
the other way, to the right, to the 20. He's down to the 15, down to the 10, refusing to go down with Eagles draped all over him. And finally, he is taken down by the combination of Lito Shepherd and Brian Dawkins, couple of Pro Bowl players. 25-yard run by Dillon, and what a beautiful cutback, moving left and then right, taken down at the 7. It's a 1st and goal at the 7 for New England.
Well, this defense overruns it, and Corey cuts back against the grain, which I've seen him do many times, and he's a force when he gets into the open field. Very difficult to bring down.
Now Kevin Falk in the backfield, signals being called. Brady making a change. Now Brady takes quick pitch to the near side. It is caught by a spinning Deion Branch, but he's taken down at the 5. Picked up 2 on the play. It'll be a 2nd and goal at the 5. Roderick Hood would not allow Branch to make a move off that spin.
And that is a great play by Roderick Hood, because Deion Branch is not an easy guy to tackle in the open field. Now, Tom Brady in the Heinz Red Zone in 2004, how about this statistic? 23 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions.
Here are the Patriots to the line. Falk in the backfield, just under 6 minutes to play. In this first half, Eagles 7, Patriots nothing. Brady fumbles the ball and is able to recover.
Well, I'll tell you what, he might not have recovered, as the Eagles are trying to rip the ball out underneath. Very difficult for quarterbacks to fall on bouncing balls like this. This is a play-action pass. This is what Brady and the New England Patriots love to do. And I'll tell you what, it looks like Darwin Walker actually has the football. He's standing on the 25-yard line, and they're going to give it to the Eagles. This is a play-action pass. The Falk, he wanted to throw it into the end zone, stuck the ball out, was worried about the blitz, fumbled it, and had a problem falling on it. And obviously Darwin Walker wrestled it away from him at the bottom of the pile.
It was a high bouncer. Brady thought he had it, and obviously did not. Darwin Walker was able to come up with the ball. Darwin Walker, the right defensive tackle, 5-year man out of Tennessee. So the Eagles are able to get it back.
And Javon Curse is the one who falls on Brady first. He rolls him over onto his back, and I'm sure that Darwin Walker is just ripping the ball out, because they're told if you create a pile on a fumble, stay on top of it until one of our guys can rip it out underneath, and that's exactly what the Eagles did.
So the Eagles start out from their 13-yard line. Westbrook in the backfield. Here's the handoff. Westbrook running left. Now puts the brakes on. Able to make his move out to the 11-yard line, so he lost on the play. Lost a couple. Hey, later on we'll be telling you about the Wrangler 5-star moment of the game, brought to you by Wrangler 5-star premium denim jeans, made with stronger denim, a more relaxed fit, and guaranteed for quality. Wrangler real comfortable jeans.
Well, that last play right there, when Tom Brady fumbles the ball, that could be the moment of the game, because they were moving into hopefully tie the game here, but mistakes by New England, just uncharacteristic of the team, that is making its 3rd Super Bowl appearance in 4 years.
2nd and long for McNabb. He throws over the middle. It is incomplete. Intended for Westbrook out of the 20-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and long at the 12.
I thought Brian Westbrook should have had this. Now, he's coming across the middle, and there's number 37 sitting in the middle there. He knows it. Everybody knows it, for that matter, for the Eagles. And Brian kind of pulled off on that one. And that was not a poorly thrown ball by Donovan McNabb. Again, here we go, 3rd and 10. The last time 3rd and long for Donovan. He found Todd Pinkston for 16 for a first down. That was a key play in their touchdown drive.
McNabb, 10 of 18, 143 yards. Picked off once, intercepted once. All right, here is McNabb rolling to his right. He throws to the near side. It is incomplete. Intended for Freddie Mitchell, right at the marker. So the punting unit will check in for the Eagles. This will be the 3rd punt of the night for Dirk Johnson, a guy who survived several trips to the waiver wire, has had a solid season. Bethel Johnson, who has game-breaking speed, is back at the New England 45. Here's the snap and the kick. It's a short boot. That is the play by one of the up men at the 40. It's Troy Brown, gets inside the 40-yard line. Just a 30-yard punt. So the Eagles will have excellent field position as Brown played that loop inside the 40 and ran it back a couple of yards. A break of the action brought to you by AIG for insurance, loans, retirement. AIG, we know money. 4:25 to play in this first half. Eagles 7, Patriots nothing. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Oh, no.
Hi, Mr. Fernley, I'm joking.
I know why you're here. You got to come back. The Pro Bowl's on. It's only the second quarter.
Says here, you called after the Super Bowl wanting to return a 65-inch big screen. I'm here to pick it up.
But football's not over. Give me 4 hours.
I can't give you 4 hours, and I can't take this $20 bill.
Sorry, I thought you dropped that. Give me 3 hours.
The big screen, now.
6 downs?
One last, final last game. The Pro Bowl, Sunday, February 13th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, live on ESPN.
You're on a winding mountain road. Just you and the stars. Not a soul in sight. It's times like these you're glad you maintain your vehicle with Nissan Genuine Service and Parts. Nissan's at your service. Visit your Nissan dealer now and enjoy the advantages of service performed by factory-trained technicians using genuine Nissan parts and advanced diagnostics. Then drive with confidence knowing your Nissan is ready to take you where you want to go. Nissan Genuine Service and Parts. Shift confidence.
Hon?
Yeah?
Can you keep the kids busy? I'm doing our taxes.
Oh, that's right. We're using TurboTax software this year.
Yeah, and it's so easy. TurboTax asks simple questions like an accountant would, and it automatically fills in all the right forms.
Really?
Mm-hmm. TurboTax also checks for errors, and calculations are guaranteed accurate.
Wow. What about deductions?
Oh, it found ones I didn't even think of.
Like those little tax deductions jumping on the sofa? The kids.
No, I remembered them.
TurboTax. Taxes made easy. Taxes done right. Available at a retailer near you. See box for guaranteed details.
Check out CBSSportsLine.com for stats and commentary about the Patriots and Eagles. For all your NFL news and analysis, go to CBSSportsLine.com. Now back to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39.
Another opportunity here for the New England Patriots off that short Eagle punt. Patriots first down from the Philadelphia 37-yard line. They're to the line. Dillon in the backfield. Eagles 7, Patriots nothing. Long count for Tom Brady. Now Brady takes. He's back to throw. Brady looking to the near side. He throws. It is caught inside the 35 by the tight end Daniel Graham, and then picks up a couple more. Jeremiah Trotter there to make the tackle. Picked up 7 on the play. First catch of the night for Graham. Let's check it with John Dockery. Doc?
Marv, subtle adjustments by the Eagle defense. Javon Kearse normally plays the left defensive end. He's been playing mostly the right side. They must want that matchup with Matt Light. What do the Patriots do? They counter with a couple of screens to his side because he's such a pass rusher. Chess match continues.
Good job, John. All right, thanks, Doc. Second down and 3. Here's Brady back to throw. He pops. Now he throws. It is incomplete. He had Dillon in the area in the left flat.
And they had 2 guys on Javon Kearse. You know, the thing about it, Marv, I go back to really solid coaching, and Brad Seeley, one of the best special teams coaches in football for the Patriots, lined up Troy Brown like in an I formation on that last punt return. That's why he was able to catch the short punt as Bethel Johnson was behind him. So it gave him great field position. New England today on third down, 0-4. Great job by the Philadelphia Eagle defense.
It is a 3rd and 3 at the 30. Falk now in the backfield coming on for Dillon. Brady takes out of the gun. Here's Brady throwing quick release. It's caught at the 25 for a first down. Deion Branch able to make the catch, and New England with a first down for Branch's 4th reception of the game. Let's check in with Bonnie Bernstein. Bonnie?
Marv, it's interesting that Doc talks about the Eagles' adjustments on defense because Bill Belichick told me that's one of the scariest things about Philly on defense. He says, you know, a lot of teams, if things aren't working, they'll just stay status quo and try to improve. Philly will always adjust to what's not working to try something else.
All right, Bonnie. Dillon is back, coming on for Falk. First down at the 23 in Philadelphia territory. Here's the quick pitch over the middle. He has Branch. Branch tried to cut and lost his balance. He went down inside the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup. Branch covered up by Matt Ware.
You know, Jim Johnson's a little bit old school, and he's the defense coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, when you get inside the red zone, the Heinz red zone, as we call it here on Westwood One, what happens is he tends to blitz a little bit more, and he takes a few more risks. That time, Tom Brady read it, threw it to Branch. Branch slips. But, you know, if he doesn't, he could possibly go for a touchdown.
All right, second down and 6 just inside the 20. Dillon now flanks to the left. He's on the wing. Brady ducks in under. Now Brady takes. Brady back to throw. Takes a long look. He throws. A diving catch made inside the 10-yard line by Troy Brown. It sets up a 1st and goal for the Patriots. A 12-yard hookup between Brady and Brown.
You know, they talk about 2-way players. Troy Brown's a 3-way player. He plays special teams, offense, defense. Does a really nice job of getting inside of Sheldon Brown. Brady throws the ball low and inside. Let Brown go down and make the catch because he knows Brian Dawkins is right there in the middle of the field. So you give a chance for the receiver to basically protect themselves as we hit the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter.
All right, we have reached the 2-minute warning brought to you by AIG for insurance, loans, retirement. AIG, we know money. Eagles 7, Patriots nothing, but the Patriots on the doorstep. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Planning a party for this network. It's the only way to watch the game. But I'll never get it in time. Radio Shack can hook you up the next day.
Radio Shack makes it easy to sign up for Dish Network today and start channel surfing tomorrow. Order Dish Network now and have it installed the next day from Radio Shack. Offer expires 2/20/05. Must be new first-time Dish Network residential customer. Restrictions apply. Requires credit approval. Check with local Radio Shack for availability. Installation must be scheduled by 5:30 p.m. local time to qualify.
Log on to Southwest.com for great low-fare specials. Fly on Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $149 one way with a 14-day advance purchase by March 3rd. Only at Southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Federal tax of $3.20 per takeoff and landing. Airport taxes of up to $9 and federal September 11 security fee of up to $5 not included. Fares may vary by destination and day of travel. Southwest Airlines operated, published scheduled service only. Blackout dates apply to Florida service. Orange County, California excluded. Seats limited. Other restrictions apply.
Now the standard plain vanilla garage door. Raised white panels, no windows, no trim detail. You see it in neighborhoods everywhere. The houses don't all look the same, so why do the garage doors? Wayne Dalton has a better idea. A complete line of quality garage doors that you can customize to suit the style of your home. The panels, the windows, the hardware, all just the way you want them. Go to WayneDalton.com and create the perfect garage door in any flavor you like, except vanilla. Wayne Dalton, one first after another.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is CBS Radio Sports and Westwood One, your exclusive home for Super Bowl 39.
AM 1300 The Zone, the Longhorn Station. All sports, all the time. KBET Austin.
What do we got? First and go.
Marv Albert, Boomer Esiason, John Dockery, Bonnie Bernstein, Jim Gray were at Alltel Stadium in Jacksonville. 7-0 Philadelphia in front of New England, but the Patriots have a first and goal down at the 7 with 2 minutes remaining.
And remember, this is where Tom Brady and the Patriots love that play-action pass and throw it right through the middle of the back of the end zone to either Gibbons or, of course, Troy Brown.
All right, the lineup of the eye. Here's the handoff to Dillon on a sweep to the left, following pass, able to make his way to the 5-yard line. He was stopped by Hollis Thomas, the left defensive tackle. The numbers on Brady, 12 of 16, 103 yards. Brady will be looking at a second and goal at the 4.
And finally, these last two series, as Daniel Graham, the tight end for the New England Patriots, kind of limps off the field. You know, it's been the last two series. The one series where they took it over and they gave a few screen passes to Corey Dillon. He got them down the field. And then the great field position off the 4 punt by the Eagles. And now Brady has kind of elevated his game.
Patriots to the line. Second and goal at the 4. Brady is back to throw. Brady with time. Brady throwing end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. David Gibbons. First looking down just to make sure his feet were inbounds. He was at the far side of the end zone, able to make the catch. A 4-yard touchdown pass play, and the Eagles now have a 7-6 lead.
Now, Lito Shepherd completely lost David Gibbons, and I believe he thought that Tom Brady was going to throw it in the middle of the field as opposed to going all the way outside, and Lito Shepherd just got lazy on the play. Gibbons made the nice catch, and then does the T.O. bird dance after the touchdown.
All right, Adam Vinatieri on for the extra point try. Here's the snap, placed down, the kick is up. And it is good. 7 plays, 37 yards in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So the Patriots and Eagles are now tied at 7 with 1:10 left in the first half. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Joel Myers here, and I've got a tip for all you sports fans. If you want good sports, concerts, or theater tickets, you've got to check out StubHub.com, the fan-to-fan ticket exchange with a 100% buyer guarantee. Since tickets on StubHub.com come from season ticket holders, you're getting direct access to the best seats in the country. So whether you want to sit courtside, behind home plate, or in the front row, you can find all your seats on StubHub.com or call 866-STUBHUB. To order tickets today, call 866-STUBHUB or visit StubHub.com, where tickets are from fans for fans.
StubHub!
Join defending champion Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, Vijay Singh, Ernie Els, and the world's greatest golfers April 4th through 10th on Masters.org, the tournament's official website. Masters.org features official real-time scoring and all the tournament information you'll need. Masters.org. Real-time, anytime. Now back to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39.
A minute 10 remaining in this first half. Adam Vinatieri getting ready to kick it away to the combination of J.R. Reed and Roderick Hood. So a McNabb 6-yard touchdown pass to the tight end L.J. Smith. And then Brady to Gibbons a moment ago at the far side of the end zone. Here comes Vinatieri. High end over end. And it's played by Reed at the 5. He's to the 10, 15, accelerates 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and then taken down from behind. But a flag is tossed. Beautiful return by the rookie from South Florida, Eugene Wilson, able to make the tackle, a 39-yard run.
Holding, receiving team, number 85. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, it's called on Jeff Thomason, the late addition to the Philadelphia squad after Chad Lewis went down. Jeff working as a project manager for a construction company. He's been out of football the past 2 years. 3-time Pro Bowl player. Chad Lewis sidelined in the game against Atlanta, the NFC Championship meeting.
Jeff Thomason was actually a teammate of mine, I think, in Cincinnati. So there are 3 former Cincinnati Bengals playing in this game. Jeff Blake, the backup quarterback, third-string quarterback for Philadelphia. Of course, the great Corey Dillon of New England, and Jeff Thomason. So what does that matter to me? Well, that means somebody's leaving here with a Super Bowl ring that actually played in Cincinnati. So, Chris Collinsworth and I were talking before the game saying, you know what? That just made me miserable. God bless them. Good for them. As we have a New England player down on the field. Looks like
that's Eugene Wilson.
Eugene Wilson was the one who actually made the tackle. Now, this is one of the things that the Patriots do, and it just goes to show you how important special teams is to Bill Belichick. They play a lot of their starters on special teams. You'll see Rodney Harrison down there. Obviously, Eugene Wilson is the starter. You'll see a lot of their linebackers and defensive backs, those types of players. But Eugene Wilson looks like he might go into the locker room, and it looks like it's a right shoulder injury. And just another injury to the secondary of the New England Patriots, who are already missing Tyrone Poole and Ty Law. It's almost like we forgot about those guys. They were put on IR quite a while ago, and this patchwork New England secondary has been great.
And as always, they are able to plug new people in, and it works.
Oh, we'll see. Now we'll see if Andy Reid is going to go after those replacements and see if he lets Donovan McNabb do a 2-minute drill here with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go in the first half. The ball on the 19-yard line.
Well, with Wilson headed back to the locker room, Dexter Reed will take over, rookie from North Carolina, 4th-round draft pick, as the Eagles will start out from their 19-yard line. Brian Westbrook in the backfield. The Eagles to the line as McNabb ducks it under. Now looking over to his right. Calling signals, a long count. McNabb takes, and the handoff to Westbrook running to his left. Nowhere to go, and he's hit back behind the line. He's dropped back to the 15 by the combination of Mike Vrabel and Willie McGinnis. Lost about 3 on the play. A reminder, stay tuned for the Amtrak halftime report with Jim Gray, and Jim's guest will be NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue and the league's all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith. All brought to you by Amtrak with great everyday low fares to over 500 destinations. Call 1-800-USA-RAIL or go to www.com today.
I'll tell you what, Marv, the Patriots just took a timeout, a great timeout by Bill Belichick with 43 seconds to go. The Philadelphia Eagles ran a first down play. They lost 3 or 4 yards here. Interesting, because the Patriots are daring the Eagles to throw the football. That last play, they had a run blitz called. It was one-on-one outside. They ran the ball with Westbrook. They forced a minus yardage play, and now they call timeout. And you can't take anything for granted in the NFL. And when you're playing field position game like this, and you got Adam Vinatieri sitting on your sideline, call timeout and see if you can get him into field goal range if, in fact, the Eagles can't move the ball here. Put the pressure on Donovan McNabb's shoulders right now.
Philadelphia 2nd and 13 back at the 16-yard line. 43 seconds remaining in this first half. Westbrook in the backfield. Here's McNabb throwing. It is caught across the 25-yard line. Todd Pinkston in the right flat, able to make the catch. That's good for 11 for Pinkston. It's his third reception of the night. So it is now a 3rd down and 3 at the 26.
Now this is interesting with the clock running here. Donovan McNabb's going to go to a no huddle, and if he doesn't make a first down, they're going to have to punt it.
Here's McNabb throwing. He has the first down and some more. It's caught by Pinkston over the middle across the 40. 15 more, and Todd Pinkston has had an outstanding first half, and now a timeout is taken by the Eagles with 10 seconds to go in the first half.
A nice throw by Donovan McNabb. A little bit behind Pinkston, who makes a nice catch, but immediately calls timeout. Nice play. Now, a reminder that next week you can hear the NFL season-ending celebration right here on Westwood One, folks, as the best in the AFC and NFC meet in the annual Pro Bowl. And while we have a chance, we'd like to say mahalo to our friends at Pleasant Holidays and all of our listeners who called to book a travel package through them for next week's game, which I understand, Marv, has sold out. And you know why? Because it's Valentine's Day, and everybody wants to spend Valentine's Day with me in paradise. So thank you, and look forward to seeing you in paradise for the Pro Bowl, everybody, and at all the great events surrounding the game. It's a wonderful time in Honolulu, including the Friday night block party, which somebody from our crew will be at. I do not know if I will be making that one.
That'll be very disappointing for those on air.
Well, Bonnie Bernstein will be there.
All right.
There you go. They want to see her anyway.
All right, here's the snap. McNabb takes 1st and 10 at the 41. Time running down. McNabb throws. A diving attempt made. It is incomplete. Brady Mitchell at the 45 in New England territory. Not able to come up with it. So with 4 seconds to play in the half, Philadelphia with a 2nd down play at their 41.
And Freddie Mitchell was wide open in the middle of the field. And Donovan McNabb does some unique things in the pocket. This time he hops over Roosevelt Colvin, then throws the ball and gets drilled by Richard Seymour. If he could just stand in there and just deliver it a little bit better, it would have been a first down. And the Patriots are going to call timeout.
Charge timeout.
And the reason that they're doing this is because they want to make sure that the defense understands the present situation here. Don't give up anything on the sideline. You got a great kicker in David Akers for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's just as good as Adam Vinatieri. So, smart timeout here by the Patriots.
In fact, Akers has a more powerful leg. But a long way to go here.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that last pass would have been completed to Freddie Mitchell. They might have had a pretty good shot maybe at an attempted field goal. But listen, at the end of this, if it stays here 7-7, which I think it will, with all the mistakes that have been going on by both offenses, I think both offensive, players and coaches are going to feel like, you know what? All right, we didn't play that well, and we're not out of this game. So I look forward to a much better second half from these offenses.
All right, the Patriot secondary dropping way back to this play as McNabb takes inside handoff off the draw. Westbrook running to his right, gets to the New England 40-yard line, and then he's tackled from behind, and that will end the first half, brought down by Rodney Harrison. So at the half, it's the Eagles and Patriots tied at 7, and Boomer, only once before in the history of the Super Bowl has a game been tied at halftime. We'd have to flash back to Super Bowl 23 in Miami. Cincinnati and San Francisco tied at 3. I don't know if there's no message there, but I'm just pointing this out.
That's the game that you interviewed me after the game we lost. I was a losing quarterback, and my friend said you were mean to me.
That's the end of the first half.
You don't want to talk about that?
With the score, the Eagles 7, the Patriots 7. When we return, Jim Gray will join us with the Amtrak Halftime Report. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
This winter, you could drape yourself in a festive holiday quilt, or you could get to your local BMW motorcycle retailer for the BMW's The Winter Rule Sale. Rule 1 is your first 5 payments paid for by BMW. Rule 2 is 0.9% financing on select 04 models. Rule 3, great bikes like the Lean It Like You Mean It R1100S and the High Velocity K1200 RS. For more info, visit your BMW retailer or go to BMWmotorcycles.com. Offer ends February 28, 2005. BMW Motor Rad. The ride is on.
Arthritis sufferers announcing the Joint Rights Triple Guarantee.
Officer David Kirk.
there certainly were a lot of deserving candidates this year, so I really appreciate it.
That's our Amtrak Player of the Year, Philadelphia quarterback Donovan McNabb, brought to you by Amtrak, with great everyday low fares to over 500 destinations. Call 1-800-USA-RAIL. That's 1-800-USA-RAIL, or go to www.amtrak.com today. The stage has been cleared. Paul McCartney and his concert are finished. There were no incidents to report in this year's halftime, unlike last year with Janet Jackson. The teams are making their way back out onto the field. George Toma and his crew are cleaning up. Thousands of people down on the field, and the stage is now being taken off. The Patriots are coming back out. The Eagles have yet to arrive. We'll have the second half with Marv and Boomer when we return. It's tied at 7. Second half kickoff is coming up. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
I'm very excited.
Gary is very excited. Because Subway restaurants' new fresh toasted subs are here. Like the Chipotle chicken and bacon double cheese melt or the chicken bacon ranch. Toasted subs can also defrost his tongue from this pole, like so. Here you go. The new hot, fresh toasted subs are here. Subway. Eat fresh.
Hi, this is Larry King. Did you know that drinking a glass of delicious Welch's grape juice every day can actually help keep your heart healthy? It was news to me. But studies have shown that because Welch's 100% grape juice is made from antioxidant-rich Concord grapes with no added sugar, it's actually good for your heart. In fact, Welch's has twice the antioxidant power of orange juice. But who's counting? I'm too busy enjoying the taste. Welch's grape juice. Isn't it nice to know that something as good as Welch's is good for your heart, too?
With hundreds of award-winning hotels across the U.S., you'll find Microtel Inns and Suites most anywhere you go. Microtel's all-new construction means you'll get that same great room again and again. And Microtel is now the home of free local and long-distance calls, plus free high-speed wireless internet access in every guest room, all at a fair price. There is simply no better value in lodging, so look for the blue and yellow sign whenever you travel or call ahead, 1-800-771-7171. Or you can visit them online at microtelinn.com. That's MICROTELINN.com.
It's ironic. They're called answering machines, but they never give you answers. Oh, sure, they tell you so-and-so isn't here right now, but you have no idea where they went or when they'll be back. Of course, with Geico, you won't talk to an answering machine. They have thousands of car insurance specialists standing by, so you always get answers from a real live person. No wondering, no waiting, no irony.
Geico's customer satisfaction stands at 97%. How would you rate your car insurance company? Geico, 1-800-947-AUTO.
Welcome back to Alltel Stadium, Jacksonville, Florida. Getting ready for the second half of Super Bowl 39. The Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots tied it at 7. The Eagle touchdown, it was Donovan McNabb on a 6-yard throw to the tight end L.J. Smith. That made it 7-0, and then late in the first half, Tom Brady able to cap off a 7-play drive on a 4-yard toss to David Gibbons to tie the game at 7. And that's the way we stand as we head to the second half. And tonight's broadcast of Super Bowl 39 is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of Westwood One and the National Football League is strictly prohibited. Marv Albert with Boomer Esiason, John Dockery, Bonnie Bernstein, Jim Gray. Let's check in with Bonnie downstairs.
Marv, a little bit of a disconcerting sight on the Patriots side. Eugene Wilson in a wheelchair going back into the locker room now. The diagnosis is actually an arm injury, right arm injury, questionable, but it doesn't look like he will be back out at the start of the second half. Dan Graham, the tight end, also hurt at the beginning of at the end of the second quarter, should be fine. Now, on the Eagles side, and talking to Andy Reid, you get the impression that McNabb's rocky start due not so much to the butterflies, but more by some of the stuff that the Patriots were throwing at them on defense. But he feels like McNabb settled down, the offense has settled down, and better things are to come for the second half. Giving Todd Pinkston an awful lot of praise, leading the Eagles receivers with 4 catches for 82 yards. Why? Well, he said, we haven't heard a lot about Pinkston coming into the game. Doc? Oh, I'm sorry, we're heading back up to Marv.
All right, Bonnie, we'll get to Doc in a moment. And Boomer, That's bad news for the New England Patriots. Eugene Wilson, the starting free safety, led the Patriots with 4 interceptions. That's a major loss. The rookie from North Carolina, Dexter Reed, came on after Wilson went down.
Well, you know, if there's a team that can overcome injury, it's the New England Patriots. So I don't think it's anything new to them. It's unfortunate for Wilson, but I think Todd Pinkston was the story of the first half in terms of, that's right, nobody's talked about him, and he's the guy that came up with some big plays. But you saw the best and the worst of Donovan McNabb. Now, the second half in the Super Bowl, guess what? It's the quarterback's half. One will become legend, and one will go home a loser. And only time will tell.
All right, set for the kickoff. David Akers of the Eagles has it teed up. And here is the approach. Bethel Johnson, is the deep man. This is put on the ground. It's picked up by one of the up players, Patrick Pass, running it out across the 30-yard line. And then he's taken down, made some yardage out of it, an 18-yard return for Pass. And now we'll check in with John Dockery.
Yes, Marv, I'm just tracking Terrell Owens again. Obviously, he was relatively effective in the first half, especially early on in the game. Then it went away from him and went to some of the other receivers. But he's just sitting on the bench, has a Parker on. He appears to be fine. We expect to see him, going full speed in the second half again. Back to you.
All right, Doc. Patriots start out 1st and 10 from their 31-yard line. That's where Pass was taken down. Here's Brady back to throw on 1st down. Brady steps up, throws, fires over the middle. It's caught out of the 39-yard line by Deion Branch. He is short of a 1st down. That's an 8-yard hookup. And for Branch, his 6th reception of the game.
Coming into the Super Bowl, a lot of people talked about the experience of the Patriots and how that's going to be an advantage. I'll tell you where that advantage comes. It comes right at the beginning of the second half because of the elongated halftime, because of all the things that are going on at halftime. They're a little bit used to it. They know how to get ready for that. A lot of the Eagles obviously don't.
2nd and 2. Here is the toss to Dillon. He's hit back behind the line, and he's taken down back at the 35-yard line. The middle linebacker, Jeremiah Trotter, very quick to get into the New England backfield. A loss of 4 on the play. They'll spot it at the 35. It'll be a 3rd down and 6.
Not all blitzes come on passing plays. They come on running plays as well. And Jeremiah Trotter was perfect. He saw the run all the way. There was a blitz called. He hit his gap and made the tackle in the backfield.
Now Brady drops back into the shotgun for this 3rd down and 6. New England at its 35. They're going from left to right in this 3rd quarter. Brady takes the snap. Now Brady steps up. Brady throws. It is caught at midfield. Caught by Branch. Down to the 40. Inside the 40-yard line. Has a 1st down and more. What a spectacular night it's been for Deion Branch. Matt Ware able to make the tackle. That's a 27-yard pass play.
And Jim Johnson brings the blitz as Brian Dawkins comes up the middle. A great call by Charlie Weiss as he moves Tom Brady to the right. Tom Brady looks back. He waits for Deion Branch to cut across the middle. A void in the zone because obviously against the blitz there's nobody there. A perfectly executed play call by the New England Patriots.
Branch, 3-year man from Louisville, usually noted as the Patriots' deep threat. 27-yard advance, 1st down at the Philadelphia 38-yard line. And Brady back to throw. He does throw over the middle, but it hit Branch in the back. He was not expecting it.
I don't know what happened there. This was clearly a mix-up between Brady and Branch, but Branch has got to look for the ball. The Eagles decide to bring the blitz again, and Brady sees it. Branch should see it, so he should react to it. There's no reason why Branch should not have looked for that football. So, again, Jim Johnson blitzing against Tom Brady, figuring he's got to get him out of his rhythm.
All right, Patton is to the left, Givens right. Gillen in the backfield. It's a 2nd and 10 at the Philadelphia 38-yard line. Brady takes. Brady back to throw. Brady pumps, now throws, and it is incomplete. It is dropped at the 25-yard line. Troy Brown was hit from behind by Matt Ware, the rookie from UCLA, a 3rd-round draft pick. He's in there as an extra defensive back, so it takes us to a 3rd and 10 at the 38.
And this is a really nice play by Ware, and Tom Brady got a little bit greedy. He had Corey Dillon wide open right in front of him, yet tried to get the ball down the field to Brown. So it was a nice play by Ware.
3rd and 10 at the Eagle 38. Brady again out of the shotgun. Now Kevin Falk in the backfield. Brady takes the low snap. Brady steps up. Brady throws the middle. It is caught for a first down inside the 25. Again, it's Deion Branch. That's a 15-yard reception. 8-catch, 81 yards for Branch here tonight.
And when you watch the statistics compiled, you say, Tom Brady hasn't done much, hasn't really made that many plays, but it's plays like that on 3rd and 10 in big pressure situations that he delivers a perfectly thrown football right between the 8 and the 3 on Branch's jersey. And that's why Tom Brady is thought of in the same process as Joe Montana.
First down at the Philadelphia 23. Now Patton is to the left. And Gibbons right. The handoff, though, goes to Dillon, running to his left, and a short pickup met by Sam Rayburn. Sam Rayburn, the right defensive tackle, stopping Corey Dillon, and apparently stopped at the line. So it's spotted at the 23.
And this is where you have to be careful if you're Jim Johnson. I know he loves the blitz and he can't help himself, but if you do that, you're going to expose one of these defensive backs to a big play. So you've got to be careful when you call the blitz. It looks like they're coming again with it right now.
And they go with the empty backfield as Dillon peels off. Flanks wide left side. Second down and 10 at the 23-yard line. Brady looks to throw. Brady fires. And Deion Branch makes the catch inside the 5 and then steps out of bounds.
And again, Marv, they bring the blitz, and Tom Brady reads it perfectly. When they shift their formation, Brady is looking to see how the defense reacts. If he sees a linebacker go with Corey Dillon, he knows it's going to be man coverage, and he's expecting the blitz. It's almost like it's drawn up for him right then and there. He knows where he's going to go with the ball, delivers the ball perfectly to Deion Branch as he goes against Ware. That's a matchup that the Patriots want to exploit.
21-yard pass play, first and goal at the 2-yard line. Mike Grable has checked in at the offensive end as Brady is back to throw. He throws. It is caught. Touchdown. And a penalty marker is down. It's Grable making the catch.
Well, they're going to call this on, I believe, Javon Curse, either interference, holding, or illegal contact, as he was the one responsible for covering Grable. But what a great catch by Mike Grable, who is a linebacker, but obviously comes in as a tight end in goal line situations than he does the T.O. Bird little antics after the touchdown. So T.O. definitely affecting the Patriots.
Holding defense, number 93. The penalties decline. Touchdown.
It is Javon Curse. Called on that Eagle penalty, which is declined, and Mike Grable.
Money at the new America's Diamond.
Sports fans know that the team with the most power usually ends up on top. You should know that when it comes to trucks, the heavy hitters are all at your Texas Dodge dealer. That's where you'll find brutes like the Hemi-powered Lone Star Edition Ram with 20-inch wheels and the Ram Heavy Duty with an available Cummins 600 turbo diesel. If you're ready to turn on the power, see your Texas Dodge dealer today.
Get great deals on America's hottest products now from your Texas Dodge dealers.
Back in Jacksonville, let's check in downstairs with John Dockery.
Marv, an impressive Patriot drive made slightly easier by the fact that Roderick Hood, he's the nickel back, is out of the game for the Eagles. He has cramps. Of course, his replacement, Matt Ware, made a pretty good play in that drive, but Hood out for the present for the Eagles.
He has cramps and he's a nickelback?
Hard to imagine. Hard to imagine.
I hope they better be leg cramps. That's all I got to say. Hey, how about this? Talk about vintage Tom Brady, Marv. On that last drive, he converted 3rd and 6 and 3rd and 10 for first downs, obviously huge plays. And now Donovan McNabb is going to come on the field, and I estimate that he hasn't been on the field for over 40 minutes. And it's going to be important for Donovan not to make any mistakes here. It's 14-7. And I know he's going to feel like he needs to make a touchdown, but he's got to go out and just calm down.
All right, John Dockery brought to you by Consort Hair Care for Men, guaranteed to give you great hold. Adam Vinatieri getting set to kick it away to the combination of J.R. Reed and Reno Mahe. Reed is the deep man, and it's a deep kick played by Reed. He's to the 10, 15, 20, straight ahead, accelerates to the 30-yard line, and out of the 35. So the Philadelphia Eagles back to the offense, 25-yard return. We'll take a break. 10:59 left in the third quarter. It's the Patriots 14, the Eagles 7. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
You're on a winding mountain road. Just you and the stars. Not a soul in sight. It's times like these you're glad you maintain your vehicle with Nissan Genuine Service and Parts. Nissan's at your service. Visit your Nissan dealer now and enjoy the advantages of service performed by factory-trained technicians using genuine Nissan parts and advanced diagnostics. Then drive with confidence knowing your Nissan is ready to take you where you want to go. Nissan Genuine Service and Parts. Shift confidence.
With hundreds of award-winning hotels across the U.S., you'll find Microtel Inns and Suites most anywhere you go. Microtel's all-new construction means you'll get that same great room again and again. And Microtel is now the home of free local and long-distance calls, plus free high-speed wireless internet access in every guest room, all at a fair price. There is simply no better value in lodging, so look for the blue and yellow sign whenever you travel or call ahead 1-800-771-7171. Or you can visit them online at microtelinn.com. That's MICROTELINN.com.
Looking for the newest fits, fabrics, and styles in a pair of jeans? Then look for Wrangler, the official jeans of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the number 8 race team. Wrangler Jeans Company, a new generation of Wrangler. Now back to Marv Albert and Boomer Esiason at Alltel Stadium.
Well, Patriots have taken a 14-7 lead on the Eagles. Let's check in downstairs with Bonnie.
After Tom Brady's touchdown pass to Mike Vrabel, Brady came back to the bench about as animated as I've seen him all day, Marv, yelling everybody along the sideline, let's keep it going, let's keep it going. Brady, of course, going through an emotional week with the passing of his 94-year-old grandmother on Wednesday. It's been a tough few days, and you know that that's the type of thing that gets him fired up, Marv.
You know, the interesting thing, Bonnie and John and everybody else, it seems like the Patriots sleptwalk into this game at the beginning of it, but really have turned it up here toward the end of the second quarter and now at the beginning of the third quarter, and now it's up to Donovan McNabb to respond.
Well, the Eagles to the line of scrimmage, the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. Here's McNabb back to throw, runs it over the middle. He has Owens, makes the catch, taken down right at the marker at the 45. Randall Gay, the left corner, makes the stop, and it is a Philadelphia first down. Getting back to that touchdown pass caught by Mike Vrabel, who lines up as a situational tight end in short yardage situations. He has now scored on all 5 of his NFL receptions.
And now he's going to go out and play linebacker. Two-way players, man. It's amazing.
Eagles with a first down at their 45-yard line. Westbrook and Perry in the backfield. They're lined up in the eye. Handoff to the second back coming through. Westbrook takes a hit, keeps going, and picked up perhaps a yard. And he's met by Mike Vrabel, the outside linebacker.
And Marv, we talked about this earlier in the game. Normally when you play the New England Patriots, you're going to see a 3-4 defensive lineman, 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. And, you know, in your pass blocking, your run blocking, you know, tends to be a little bit different in that configuration. But tonight, it's been all 4-3 configuration. And that 4-3 configuration, the 4 defensive linemen, 2 of those defensive linemen are actually linebackers that are lining up as defensive ends.
2nd and 9 at the 46. Levens now in the backfield as they surround McNabb. He's in trouble. Back to throw, and he's taken down. Richard Seymour leading the way as the Patriots come up with their 4th sack of the night. Richard Seymour had sat out the last 3 games with that injured left knee. Making it back here today. Actually, Jarvis Green, who filled in for him against the Steelers 2 weeks ago, played very well.
Hey, Jarvis Green, where did he come from? Well, he's one of those free agent pickups, I believe, from Louisiana State, and that's where Nick Saban was. And certainly Bill Belichick and Nick Saban know each other very well. That's how Randall Gay got onto this roster, as well as Rohan Davey, the backup quarterback. So it's a feeder system. Huge play for Donovan right here. Do not make a mistake.
3rd down and 15 on play action. McNabb looks to throw, fires downfield, intended for Pinkston, leaping for it, but it is incomplete over his head. Randall Gay in the one-on-one coverage against Todd Pinkston. It brings it to a 4th and 15.
I like the play call. It's one-on-one. Pinkston with Gay. It looked like Pinkston went up just a little bit too early as the ball was kind of floated down there. But again, Donovan McNabb, 3 plays and out. You know, that's what that 40 minutes of rest time can do to you. He's just not into his game right now.
So the punting unit has come on. Fourth punt of the night for Dirk Johnson. Another beauty, high and deep. Played by Troy Brown at the 16. A flag is tossed. Here's Brown at the 20, 25, 30. Beautiful move. 35. He's to the 40. He's to midfield. He's down to the 45. He's to the 40 in Philadelphia territory. A terrific return by Troy Brown. 45-yard punt and a 45-yard return. But let's see what this flag is about.
During the kick, holding, receiving team, number 42. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. Timeout.
It is on Dexter Reed of the Patriots.
And the penalties are killing the Patriots. They're not just coming at inopportune times. They're coming at the most inopportune times. Negating big plays.
They will bring it back to the 14-yard line.
That's a 50-yard penalty, isn't it?
Apparently moving it further back inside the 10. They're marking it off down to the 8-yard line. And there is a break in the action brought to you by AIG for Insurance Loans Retirement. AIG, we know money. It's the Patriots 14 and the Eagles 7. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Honking horns, tailgating, bumper-to-bumper traffic. Wait, isn't the point of traveling to get away from stress in the first place? So if you're thinking about getting away soon, take the more relaxing and scenic way to travel, the train. In fact, Amtrak offers great low fares to over 500 destinations throughout the country. Take that road trip you've always wanted to, without the road. Call your travel agent, 1-800-USA-RAIL, or book online at www.amtrak.com. Fares, routes, and schedules subject to change without notice. Blackouts and restrictions apply.
Consort Hair Care presents Dan's Mailbag, starring sportscaster Dan Patrick.
Jim S. writes, Dear Dan, is it okay to use the same hairspray as my wife? Well, Jim, Consort Hairspray and Gel are just for men, and they'll give your hair healthy-looking hold that's never stiff or sticky. But if you'd rather buy a woman's hairspray, you go right ahead. Hey, while you're at it, maybe you can pick yourself up some pantyhose, maybe something in a control top.
Dan's Mailbag has been brought to you by Consort Hair Care, located in the men's shaving aisle, nowhere near the pantyhose.
In a perfect world, the only hearts broken on Valentine's Day would be the chocolate ones, and Cupid's arrow would never ever miss. But the world isn't perfect, so there's Walgreens, with everything you need to make February 14th perfect. Like chocolates, Hallmark cards, designer fragrances, Mylar balloons, and all your last-minute Valentine's needs. That's life. This is Walgreens, with a wide selection of Valentine plush, including Hallmark's Kiss Puppies.
Well, the Patriots starting out at their 8-yard line off that penalty called on Dexter Reed. 1st and 10 from the 8. Dillon in the backfield. Brady takes. And the handoff to Dillon. Dillon cuts to his right and gets out to the 14, met by the left defensive end, Jerome McDougal. Picked up 6 yards on the play. We're 8.5 to go in this third quarter. New England in front of Philadelphia 14-7. One of those rare occasions where the opponent scored first on the Patriots, but New England able to bounce back. Touchdown late in the first half and early here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 4 at the 14. Again, Dillon, the lone setback. Long count. Brady ducks in under. Now Brady is back to throw. Facing the pressure, he throws. It's deflected and falls incomplete. Nearly intercepted. It was deflected by the strong safety, Michael Lewis, who was coming on the blitz.
Well, you talk about catching a break. Tom Brady does right here. He sees the blitz. He's just thinks that he's going to have Lewis picked up, and he should have had Lewis picked up. Gorin should have turned out to pick him up the right tackle, but he didn't. Corey Dillon went to the linebacker, and Brady luckily didn't throw an interception there off of the tip ball. So the Eagle defense still staying with that blitz.
3rd down and 4 at the 14. Now Brady drops back to the shotgun. Brady takes the snap. Now Brady with time throws deep down the left side, but overthrows the pass intended for David Patton out of midfield. So that will bring on the New England punting unit.
Remember this series right here. That was a huge series for the Philadelphia Eagles defense. 3 and out, get off the field, force the issue. They got after Tom Brady. They hit him. They blitzed on the third down play again. They were unable to connect for the first down. So a nice series, a bounce-back series for the Philadelphia Eagle defense.
Carlito Shepard and Brian Westbrook are back. 5th punt of the night for Josh Miller. Waits to snap at his goal line. Here it is. And gets it away. A floater. That penalty marker is thrown. It is muffed by Westbrook. Has to chase it down. Able to get to it. It's a 48-yard punt. But the ball ends up out of bounds off the hands of Westbrook. And there is a flag down.
We're going to have holding, I think, against the Eagles.
During the kick, holding, receiving team, number 24, 10-yard penalty, first down, timeout.
It is called on Sheldon Brown of the Eagles, and a timeout taken, just under 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Patriots 14 and the Eagles 7. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
This winter, you could drape yourself in a festive holiday quilt, or you could get to your local BMW motorcycle retailer for the BMW's The Winter Rule Sale. Rule 1 is your first 5 payments paid for by BMW. Rule 2 is 0.9% financing on select 04 models. Rule 3, great bikes like the Lean It Like You Mean It R1100S and the high-velocity K1200 RS. For more info, visit your BMW retailer or go to bmwmotorcycles.com. Offer ends February 28, 2005. BMW Motorrad. The ride is on.
Aunt Amy, I know a secret. Ryan likes you. Who told you that? Ryan did.
He told me, too. He gave me these beautiful diamond earrings. This Valentine's Day, how do you tell the world that she just might be the one? With Kay's round or princess cut diamond earrings priced from just $99.99 to $3,500. At Kay Jewelers, every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully. You want to know another secret? I like him back. Every kiss begins with Kay.
Log on to Southwest.com for great low-fare specials. Fly on Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $149 one way with a 14-day advance purchase by March 3rd. Only at Southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Federal tax of $3.20 per takeoff and landing, airport taxes of up to $9, and federal September 11 security fee of up to $5 not included. Fares may vary by destination and day of travel. Southwest Airlines operated, published scheduled service only. Blackout dates apply to Florida service. Orange County, California excluded. Seats limited. Other restrictions apply.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is CBS Radio Sports and Westwood One, your exclusive home for Super Bowl 39.
But what now? What comes next?
AM 1300 The Zone. All sports, all the time. KBEG Austin.
Back in Jacksonville, Marv Albert, Boomer Esiason, John Dockery, Bonnie Bernstein, Jim Gray. 7:52 to play. In the third quarter, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 from their 26-yard line. It's the Patriots 14, the Eagles 7. They're lined up in the I. Harry in front of Westbrook. And here's McNabb looking to throw on first down. He dumps it off. He has Westbrook running to his left to the 35, to the 40. Runs it out of bounds and has a first down. Run out by the left corner, Randall Gay. So 15 on that play off the pass to Brian Westbrook.
All right, this is just a little bit of a flare control pass. Brian Westbrook coming out after the play-action fake. They lose him, the New England Patriots do, and Teddy Bruschi. And this is what you call about being patient. Get the ball into the hands of your best player and let him make the play for you. So a nice play by Donovan McNabb moving the chains.
First down at the Philadelphia 41. Terrell Owens now split wide to the right. Pinkston left. McNabb takes. Looking right, and he throws. It's caught by Owens right at the marker at midfield. Covered by Asante Samuel. And that is an 8 or 9 yard pickup. Let's see where they spot the ball. So Terrell Owens, who was a question mark coming into tonight, coming off the ankle and the broken leg. He's saying all week he's 81%, indicating that's the number on his uniform. He's caught 5 balls for 64 yards. We're not seeing the Terrell Owens that we saw during the course of the regular season, but he has been a factor. 8 yards on that play. It's a second down and 2. Here's the handoff to Westbrook. Running wide, running left. He has a first down. He's hit from behind and taken down at the New England 45. Gay makes the tackle. 6 on that run by Westbrook.
You're right, Marv. Owens looks fine. He looks like he's, right in the middle of this game. Nothing's bothering him, but one thing that Donovan McNabb did on that last play, got up there, quick snap. The Patriots weren't ready on defense. Westbrook got to the outside. So Donovan McNabb now getting into a rhythm, and this is where you got to be careful if you're Romeo Crennel. If you allow him to continue to sit back there, he'll pick you apart.
First down for the Eagles inside the Patriot 45-yard line. Here's McNabb on a ball fake throwing. It is caught at the near side. Caught by Greg Lewis for another Philadelphia first down. Stepped out of bounds at the 32. It's a 12-yard hookup, and they keep going in the direction of the rookie left corner, Randall Gay.
Well, you know, anything I can tell you, it all comes down to pressure. In the last 3 pass plays for the Eagles, no pressure from the New England defense, and Donovan McNabb has been decisive. He's delivered the ball accurately and on time.
Philadelphia first and 10 at the New England 32-yard line. Here's McNabb throwing to the right flat. A diving catch is made by Owens. Rolling to the 25-yard line. He's covered up there. So McNabb on a pretty good run. 7 yards on that play. 6th catch for Owens. And it's a second and about 3 at the New England 25.
Remember what I was telling you in the beginning of the game. You got to be careful. If he gets on a streak like he's on now, this is when he becomes his most dangerous. You have to try to do something to disrupt it. Thus far, Romeo Crennel is choosing to be passive.
All right, here's the handoff to Westbrook. Has a big hole on the left, drives forward, and picks up the first down. Gets to the 21-yard line. 4 yards to Westbrook. Brewski on the stop. You can hear the Eagles fans in this crowd responding to this Philadelphia drive. They now have a first down at the New England 21.
And remember, this goes back to the great punt return that Troy Brown had, but it was called back for over 52 yards because of a holding penalty. Gave the New England Patriots bad field position. The Eagle defense 3 and out, and gave the offense of the Eagles good field position, and now they're taking advantage of it.
McNabb now 17 of 28, 220 yards. Here's McNabb looking to throw. He does. It's deflected and falls incomplete. So McNabb once again on a quick count, throwing to the left flat, but the ball was knocked away. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line. This is the 8th play of the drive. Philadelphia Eagles scored first in the second quarter. McNabb to L.J. Smith on a 6-yard pass play, but the Patriots bounce back. They have a 14-7 lead. Westbrook in the backfield as McNabb again backpedals and throws to the near side on the left flat. He has Lewis once again. The catch is made just inside the 15. It's short of a first down. It's good for 7. And again, they're working on the left corner, Randall Gay.
That's good vision by you, Marv. And I wanted to ask John Dockery, because we talked about it earlier in the game. Donovan McNabb is definitely more decisive right now than any other time in the game. Don't you agree, John?
Absolutely, Boomer. And it seems like he knows where he wants to throw, and he's in rhythm. As you said, decisive. It's not as though he has to read anything. He's just working quick outs on Gay and is much more in his rhythm.
Now Dorsey Levens checks into the backfield. It's a 3rd down and 3 out of the gun. McNabb takes. He pumps. And now he throws the middle. It is caught down at the 10 for a first down. Caught by Westbrook. He's tackled from behind by Gay. The ball is spotted right at the 10-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and goal for the Eagles.
And that time, Donovan McNabb in the shotgun, waiting for Westbrook to come all the way across the formation. Inaccurate with the ball. It was behind Westbrook. Westbrook makes a great one-handed, right-handed catch against Randall Gay. You know, that's the kind of play. If Gay catches it, he's going the other way for a touchdown. So a nice play by Westbrook. Beautiful catch.
The Eagles to the line. They have an empty backfield. Terrell Owens split wide right side. McNabb takes the snap, throws. It is caught. Touchdown! Touchdown, Philadelphia. Caught by Westbrook coming out of the backfield. And the Eagles are within a point with 3:35 remaining. In this third quarter, the Patriots now lead at 14-13.
Exactly what I'm talking about. This quarterback gets in a rhythm. You got to watch out. He feels like he's invincible. The confidence is rising for him, and he throws a bullet right between 2 Patriots, right into the arms of Westbrook in the face of a blitz from Willie McGinnis. Nice plays by Donovan McNabb.
All right, David Akers on for the point after. Signals being called. Here's the snap. Kettler puts it down. The kick is up. It is good. 10 74 yards. The Eagles take 4 minutes and 17 seconds. And right after that successful extra point, so Patriots and Eagles come together, lots of pushing and shoving, and a flag has been thrown. Penalty marker is down. There is a break in the action, brought to you by AIG for insurance, loans, retirement. AIG, we know money. We'll have that penalty when we come back. You're listening to exclusive coverage.
Salutes all the hotheads and fire tongues. To all of you who carry your own bottle of hot sauce, Burger King presents the new spicy BK Big Fish Sandwich. A golden slice of spicy heaven on a corn-dusted bun. And those of you who want to have it your way, add extra spicy sauce. Burger King.
Have it your way.
Have it your way.
Planning a party for the big game? Yep. Got the dish? Yep. 2 of them, seafood sampler and the Mongolian barbecue. No, I meant Dish Network. It's the only way to watch the game. But I'll never get it in time. Radio Shack can hook you up the next day.
Radio Shack makes it easy to sign up for Dish Network today and start channel surfing tomorrow. Order Dish Network now and have it installed the next day from Radio Shack.
Offer expires 2/20/05. Must be new first-time Dish Network residential customer. Restrictions apply. Requires credit approval. Check with local Radio Shack for availability. Installation must be scheduled by 5:30 p.m. local time to qualify.
Nothing makes our jaws drop on a cold fall Sunday afternoon like a quarterback throwing to an empty spot and knowing his receiver will be there to pluck the ball out of thin air. Like passing a package to a UPS driver, knowing it will arrive precisely on time. Touchdown, my friends, and no flags. Delivering more packages on time than anyone. UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Log on to CBSSportsLine.com for lightning-fast live scoring, play-by-play, and stats for Super Bowl 39. Go to CBSSportsLine.com. Now back to Alltel Stadium in Jacksonville. Marv Albert and Boomer Esiason.
Well, following that successful extra point kick by David Akers, a couple of players came together. It was Hank Fraley and Richard Seymour involved in some pushing and shoving. A flag was thrown, but apparently they picked up the flag, so no call was made, and we're set for the Philadelphia kickoff. Here comes Akers. Bethel Johnson is back deep. It's a line drive kick. Johnson takes to the 8, straight ahead, 15, 20, angles left to the 25, to the 30-yard line, and that is gang tackled, reaching out near the 36. Michael Lewis leading the way for the Eagles. Let's check in with Bonnie Bernstein.
Marv, quick injury update for the Eagles. Todd Pinkston, who's been huge on the receiving end for Philly today, is cramping up in his leg. He went into the locker room to get IV'd. We'll keep you posted.
And that would be a big loss for the Eagles. Pinkston has had an excellent ball game.
It would be. And I'll tell you, on that last touchdown pass to Westbrook, the Patriot defense had it read perfectly. They had blitzed. They had dropped a couple guys off in coverage. They knew where the ball was going. They just did not make the play. It was because of the strength of Donovan McNabb's arm that got the touchdown pass to Westbrook.
Eagles and Patriots tied at 14, 3.5 to play in the third quarter. And as the Patriots get to the line, a false start penalty called on Troy Brown.
And how do you explain that? Well, you know, he's been playing offense, defense, and, of course, special teams, so maybe he's a little tired. But, you know, right now the anxiety level's high here. We have a tie game, 3:29 left to go in the third quarter. And they're in their no-huddle, spread backfield offense, spread wide receiver offense. 7th penalty called on New England. Here is Brady swinging the pass to Brown on the left side. Had nowhere to go. Got across the 30 to the far side of it. Taken out of bounds by the free safety, Brian Dawkins. Dawkins, one of 3 members of the Philadelphia secondary to make the Pro Bowl. Lito Shepard, the left corner, Michael Lewis, the strong safety, Brian Dawkins, the free safety, and there's some people in Philadelphia feel that Sheldon Brown has played as well or better than the other 3, although he did not make it. Everybody in Philadelphia thinks the whole team should go to the Pro Bowl, okay? I said some people. All right, again, Brady. Out of the gun. Brady pumps now the screen. He's able to complete the fall. He's to the 35, to the 40, to the 45. He pulls his way for a first down. Got the extra yardage. Hollis Thomas making the tackle. 13 for Falk on that pass reception. And it is a New England
first down at their 46-yard line.
And a perfectly executed screen to the right side. Brady looking left, dumps it off to Falk. He does a great job of setting up his blocks for his offensive lineman in front of him. He cuts back against the grain and makes a first down. Huge play in the body of this game right now in terms of momentum.
Now Dillon is back as the lone D-back, takes the handoff, stutter steps his way, gets to midfield. Picked up 3 on the play, met by Sam Rayburn, the right defensive tackle, so that brings up a 2nd down and 7 at the 50-yard line. Just under 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. The game tied at 14. Penalties have really hurt the Patriots here tonight. 7 for 47 yards. Philadelphia with only 2 penalties.
If the Patriots lose this game, the first thing that Bill Belichick is going to say is you can't commit this many penalties and expect to win a game against a good team like Philadelphia. I can tell you that right now. That's where he'll start.
All right, Brady changing the play at the line. Now Brady with the fake on the end around to Branch. Now throws. He has Branch. Branch to the 45 and then runs it out of bounds short of the first down. He stepped out at the 45. He's a couple of yards away from a first down. Keith Adams made the good play on Branch as he first came into the backfield on an end around and off the fake, then was able to make his way to the left flat to catch that pass.
Deion Branch had 10 catches for 114 yards. He's having a monster Super Bowl. And I'll tell you what, he's like one of those guys that nobody really speaks about as the Philadelphia Eagles now have to take a timeout here on defense. Not a good thing for Jim Johnson and Andy Reid and the Philadelphia Eagles to waste one on defense right now.
It'll be a 3rd and 2 at the Philadelphia 45 when we resume with 1:08 to play in this third quarter. It's the Eagles and Patriots tied at 14. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Okay, now, this winter you could drape yourself in a festive home. First 5 payments paid for by BMW. Rule 2 is 0.9% financing on select 04 models. Rule 3, great bikes like the Lean It Like You Mean It R1100S and the High Velocity K1200 RS. For more info, visit your BMW retailer or go to bmwmotorcycles.com. Offer ends February 28, 2005. BMW Motor Rad. The ride is on.
Back in Jacksonville, the Patriots to the line as we resume. It's a 3rd down and 2. The handoff to Dillon on a sweep. Turns the corner. Has the first down and more. Gets inside the 40-yard line and stepped out of bounds. Forced out by Keith Adams. 9 on the play and a first down for New England. A beautiful block by the fullback Patrick Pass to unleash Corey Dillon.
Yeah, he took on Brian Dawkins and Corey Dillon got around the outside as the tight end tandem of Graham and Poirier basically collapsed the right side of the Eagle defense. Nice play call. And, I just feel like Corey Dillon's just so close to breaking one here.
All right, Falk returns, coming off of Dillon, takes the handoff, running to his right, cuts back inside, gets inside the 30. Nice piece of running for Kevin Falk. Goes for 8 more. That'll set up a 2nd and 2 at the Eagle 28-yard line.
So much has been said as they're going to take looks like they're going to take the quarter here with 25 seconds and counting, and Tom Brady's going to go to the side and go talk to Charlie Weiss, so they will run it down through the end of the quarter. But so much has been said about Corey Dillon, and rightfully so, but Kevin Falk does the little things that, a secondary back does for you that is so important in the body of a football game, and certainly on that last play you could see it.
Falk, 4 carries, 21 yards. Caught a pass for 13. He's done a nice job in coming on for Corey Dillon. That's the end of the third quarter. Patriots 14, the Eagles 14. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Musicians, clearance savings are on. This weekend kicks off the biggest clearance event in Guitar Center history. Row after row of the hottest gear with clearance discounts below the nation's guaranteed lowest prices. It's Guitar Center's coast-to-coast clearance kickoff. Save on special buys, one-of-a-kind items, unclaimed layaways. Plus, with manufacturers clearing their warehouses, you'll find extra savings on discontinued models, demo, and closeouts. Guitar Center's coast-to-coast clearance kickoff. The best deals go first. Don't miss it. Nothing makes our jaws drop on a cold fall Sunday afternoon, like a quarterback throwing to an empty spot and knowing his receiver will be there to pluck the ball out of thin air. Like passing a package to a UPS driver, knowing it will arrive precisely on time. Touchdown, my friends, and no flags. Delivering more packages on time than anyone. UPS. What can Brown do for you?
I'm very excited.
Gary is very excited.
Because
Subway restaurants' new fresh toasted subs are here. Like the Chipotle chicken and bacon double cheese melt or the chicken bacon ranch. Toasted subs can also defrost his tongue from this pole, like so. Here you go.
Uncle.
The new hot, fresh toasted subs are here. Subway. Eat fresh.
The start of the fourth quarter is being brought to you by Subway Restaurants. New great-tasting, fresh toasted subs. Now at Subway Restaurants, Subway, eat fresh. And Boomer, our producer, Howard Deneroff, points out that this is the first Super Bowl to be tied after 3 quarters of play. Actually, we're tied after 1, we were tied at the half, and tied after 3.
You know, the great thing is that really, I mean, anytime the Patriots play in a Super Bowl, it seems to be exciting. It's close the way that they play. Now, think about this for a moment where we are on the body of this game. The last series for Philadelphia on offense, Donovan McNabb was on fire, moving right down the field, led his team to a touchdown. The Patriots felt that. You could feel the momentum. They get a nice kickoff return. And now Tom Brady has taken his team and methodically moved down the field, trying to take the momentum away from Philadelphia.
Fourth quarter getting underway. 2nd and 2 at the 28. And once again, the handoff to Falk. Finds a hole on the right, able to break through, gets inside the 20, and reaches to the 16-yard line. It's a 12-yard run by Falk. The free safety, Brian Dawkins, makes the stop, and the Patriots have a first down just inside the 17.
Nice explosion by Falk as he runs up right to the right side of the center and basically explodes into the secondary. The Eagles, he hit the hole so quickly, it's almost like the Eagles were caught sleeping.
Just the 8th play of the drive for the Patriots. Falk remaining in the backfield. He has been, as we have discussed, very effective out of the gun. Brady takes. Brady sets up the screen. He has Falk running to the 15. He's to the 10. A good fake to the 5. Drives forward. Looking for the pylon. Did he get it? No indication. The penalty stepped out of bounds.
Well, I'll tell you what, they are running their screen game to perfection today, and Kevin Falk deserves a lot of credit for that. Tom Brady has one man in the backfield. It is Kevin Falk. He's looking to his left. He looks left, and then comes back right, drops the screen off to Falk, who again gets great blocking by his offensive lineman downfield. Stephen Neal makes a great block, and Kevin Falk is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Nice play call by Charlie Weiss.
It is a 1st and goal at the 2. Now Dillon returns to the backfield. Poirier in motion. Here's the handoff to Dillon. Running to his left. Drives forward. He's in. Touchdown. Corey Dillon driving off left tackle has given the Patriots the lead.
You are talking about an offensive series right here that basically took the momentum away from Donovan McNabb and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is the way the Patriots play football, folks. They can lull you to sleep. All of a sudden, they wake up when they are pushed. And Donovan McNabb is pushing them right now, and they're pushing right back. And a great drive by Tom Brady, and especially by Kevin Falk, who made some key plays on that drive.
All right, here's Adam Vinatieri for the extra point. Signals being called. Here's the snap. It is placed down. The kick is up, and it is good. Beautiful block by Russ Hochstein, the left guard, to unleash Corey Dillon as he ran off the left side, and the New England Patriots have taken a 21-14 lead on the Philadelphia Eagles. 13:44 to go in this fourth quarter. We'll take a break. This is Westwood One's coverage of Super Bowl 39.
Still looking for that perfect Valentine? Relaxed and stress-free. For $100, you'll receive a massage, facial, and a manicure. Or if you're really adventurous, splurge for the new Helena's favorite, the couples massage. A day of pampering for both of you. Ordering is easy. Online at HelenaEuroscan.com or by phone at 246-9700. That's HelenaEuroscan.com or 246-9700. Helena's European Day Spa.
At Henna Chevrolet, we work hard to earn your business. That's why we carry the largest inventory of the most sought-after new Chevys in Central Texas. So you'll find exactly the colors and options you're looking for. And when it comes to price, only Henna Chevrolet will beat any price in Texas on a new Chevy. Guaranteed.
This is our promise. We'll follow it through. Henna Chevrolet will stand by you.
Chevy, an American Revolution.
Attention, all you fans of the chicken strips at Whataburger. You might want to hightail it down here, because for a short time we're putting them in a sandwich. Introducing the new honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. It's 3 big, crispy chicken strips, honey barbecue sauce, and 2 slices of Monterey Jack on a toasted bun. I call dibs on the first one.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
Next week, you can hear the NFL's season-ending celebration right here on Westwood One as the best in the AFC and the NFC meet in the annual Pro Bowl. And while we have a chance, we'd like to say mahalo to our friends at Pleasant Holidays and all our listeners who called to book a travel package through them for next week's game, which I understand has been sold out, Marv. Valentine's Day with Big Boom on the beach over there in Honolulu. It doesn't get any better than that. I'll be calling the game. Dave Sins, Bonnie Bernstein. We'll have a big party over there. Where is that? That's probably at the Aloha Tower. And that's the block party, and I'll be sunburned, but I'll be feeling good. Corey Dillon gets the touchdown. Kevin Falk does the work. Gonna love that.
All right, here is Vinatieri with the kickoff. Played at the 5 by J.R. Reed. He's to the 10, 15. He's to the 20. And then he's taken down at the 20-yard line. 15-yard return. Matt Chatham leading the way for the Patriots.
The interesting thing on Corey Dillon's touchdown, Marv, Russ Hochstein, a reserve offensive tackle, is lined up in there at fullback. So the more you can do, the better chance you have to stay with the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick, Romeo Crennel, Charlie Weiss, masters at using players in other positions and getting the most out of their roster.
And that drive went 9 plays, 66 yards, just under 5 minutes of possession. Minute and a half gone by in the fourth quarter. And the Patriots have taken a 21-14 lead on the Eagles. Eagles start out at their 22. Levin's down the backfield. Here's McNabb looking to his right. Can't find anybody. Now throws a bullet that is incomplete. Out at the 30 over the middle, intended for Levins.
Well, you know, Donovan was sitting back in the pocket there. No pass rush. He got a little bit nervous, got a little bit antsy. Tried to rip one at Dorsey Levins and threw it behind him at his feet. So, you know, these are the things that, you know, are part of Donovan McNabb's game. If you're a Philadelphia Eagle fan, you've seen it. You're used to it. But you also know that when he gets hot and he gets on a rhythm, watch out, he can be dangerous. And that's what Philadelphia Eagle fans and certainly Andy Reid and Jeff Lurie, the owner of the Eagles, are hoping for right now.
Here are the Eagles to the line, led by their center, Hank Fraley. Now, McNabb with the handoff to Westbrook, running to his left, but he's hit back behind the line. He was not able to make the turn. He was met by Roosevelt Colvin, who ran him down, and it's a loss on the play. Brian Westbrook running left, nowhere to go, lost 6 yards, and that'll set it back to a third, and the 16 back at the 16-yard line.
A huge pressure play in Super Bowl 39, 13:05 and counting left here in the fourth quarter. And the last thing Donovan McNabb needs is a 3rd and 16. He's got to be very careful. No mistakes. You know, it's okay to help the punter and play field position.
All right, McNabb ducks in under the center. Signals are being called. McNabb is back to throw. McNabb unloads. He fires deep downfield. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Greg Lewis, who is the fastest man on the Eagles roster in a race with Randall Gay down the left side. So the punting unit will check in. We keep mentioning the name Randall Gay, the left corner, who has been a target, rookie from LSU, but Gay has come up with 10 tackles along the way.
Well, that's because they're throwing the ball a lot his way, Marv. You know, one thing about a defensive back, you got to have a short memory. You get beat a few times, fine. You just can't let it happen consistently throughout the game. Nice coverage that time for Randall Gay in that last play.
All right, Dirk Johnson back to front for the fifth time and sends one high end over end. Bethel Johnson takes it to 40. He's to the 45. He's to midfield. And he's taken down a 44-yard punt, 11-yard return. J.R. Reed on the coverage. We're down to 12 and a half remaining in this fourth quarter. It's the Patriots 21, the Eagles 14. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Taxes, disposal fees, and diesel vehicles extra. See participating dealer for details through 31305.
If you're looking for a way to treat frequent heartburn, why not ask your doctor for his opinion? Then maybe go get a second opinion. Even a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, and eighth. We're willing to bet you'll hear Prilosec OTC quite a bit. Because now doctors and pharmacists are recommending Prilosec OTC more than any other OTC acid reducer. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn. It's possible with Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days for treating frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief based on share recommendations.
Join defending champion Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, Vijay Singh, Ernie Els, and the world's greatest golfers April 4th through 10th on Masters.org, the tournament's official website. Masters.org features official real-time scoring and all the tournament information you'll need. Masters.org. Real-time, anytime. Now back to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39.
Philadelphia player shaken up. It's Quentin Michael, backup defensive back, and I see now he's on his feet, headed to the Philadelphia sideline. Let's go downstairs. John Dockery.
You know, Marv, you and Boomer were just talking about the Eagles running out of gas. Well, Todd Pinson, a wide receiver, has had a great game, just limped into the locker room, holding his hamstring. He tried to come out and do something, but he looks like he's gone for the day. And, of course, our man Freddie Mitchell has been non-existent after shooting his mouth off all week, saying he didn't know the names and the numbers of the defensive backs for the Pats. So it's a problem for Donovan McNabb when he gets the ball back. He's got to do something himself. Maybe scramble, maybe move around, maybe run the ball some himself.
All right, it's a 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line in Philadelphia territory. Patriots back to the offense. Here's the handoff to Dillon on the draw play, and Dillon is stopped at the line and then thrown back by Darwin Walker. Had nowhere to go. Lost 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, and you know, Marv, this is the key moment in the game right here for this Philadelphia defense. And how about the Patriots? Their last 4 possessions, 3 touchdowns and a punt. Those 4 possessions obviously came after the Philadelphia Eagles went up 7-0. Patriots got a little bit more interested and started taking control of this football game.
2nd and long at midfield. Dillon remains in the backfield. Signals called. Brady takes. The ball fake to Dillon. Now Brady throws downfield, and it is caught by Branch. A spectacular catch that was nearly intercepted by Sheldon Brown. They both had their grip on the football, and it ends up in the hands of Branch, but a flag is down.
Automatic first down.
Going to be roughing the passer in the backfield. I have no idea how Sheldon Brown does not come up with this football. He's underneath Deion Branch. They both go up. The ball somehow goes through the hands of Sheldon Brown, and Branch has enough focus on it to make the catch. What a terrific play by Deion Branch, and what a terrific Super Bowl by Deion Branch, who ties a record for most catches in a game with Dan Ross and Jerry Rice. That's his 11th tonight.
And the penalty was called on Corey Simon, a personal foul on the left defensive tackle, so it's a 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 16-yard line. Brady takes. Here's Brady with the handoff. Dillon running to his right. Dillon able to work his way down to the 10-yard line. Met by Sheldon Brown. 7 for Dillon. Deion Branch, who had 10 catches in the Super Bowl last season against Carolina, coming up with his 11th a moment ago. So he is, as you mentioned, Boomer, tied with Jerry Rice and Dan Ross, who did it for your Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, he did it for my Cincinnati Bengals before I got there. I remember watching that game. That was the Super Bowl that was in Detroit. Speaking of Detroit, will be there next year. We don't have a turtleneck, but we will be indoors in Ford Field.
2nd and 3 now at the 9-yard line. Dillon remains in the backfield, takes the handoff, running to his right, running wide, turns the corner. He's to the 5. He's taken out of bounds at the 4-yard line, taken out by the free safety, Brian Dawkins. Brian Dawkins and Lito Shepard, a couple of Pro Bowlers, both grew up here in Jacksonville, attending the same high school.
And now we find ourselves in the Heinz Red Zone down here, Marvin. I don't know about you, but these last 2 series by this offensive team of the New England Patriots have been basically the Patriots that we expected to see all day long. And they have been extremely impressive. Running, throwing, screens, down the field, in between the tackles, a little bit of everything.
And it's a 1st and goal down at the 4-yard line. The handoff to Pass. That's a rare carry. Pass running to his left, and he is stopped perhaps a yard. Mark Semino, guy who made his return tonight after sitting out the postseason games against Minnesota and Atlanta because of a sprained ankle. And Semino was able to stop Pass at the line of scrimmage. Patrick Pass in his 5th year out of University of Georgia does not carry the football frequently, so they were trying to cross up the Eagles. It'll be a 2nd and goal now at the 4, and again a Philadelphia player is down. Looks to be Javon Curse, who is shaken up.
And it looks like he might have cramps also as they grab the toe of his right foot and push it back, which usually means that there's, some calf cramping going on.
Now to break in the action, brought to you by AIG for insurance, loans, retirement. AIG, we know money. Just under 10 minutes to play in this 4th quarter of Super Bowl 39 with the Patriots leading the Eagles 21-14. You're listening to exclusive coverage on Westwood One.
If you're planning a big purchase, like a house or a car, you should keep an eye on your credit score. Lenders use your score to help decide whether to offer you a loan and at what rate. Score Watch from Equifax monitors your score and shows you rates you are likely to get. Go to Equifax.com or call 1-877-4-EQUIFAX. Score Watch from Equifax, the company that helps you manage your credit, protect your identity, and prepare for a major purchase.
Heart health is a phrase you hear a lot because heart disease and stroke claim more lives than any other disease in the U.S. Walgreens has a great way for you to help beat heart disease and stroke. During February, buy a paper heart for $1 at Walgreens. Every dollar is donated to the American Heart Association's programs. Last year, you helped Walgreens donate over $2.3 million to the American Heart Association. So buy a heart at Walgreens today.
So I hand her the K Jewelers box with the ring in it. She opens it and starts to cry. Not the reaction I expected.
This Valentine's Day, she'll love Kay's quarter-carat diamond ring. Just $99.99. Presented in a Westwood keepsake box. Free as Kay's gift to you. At K Jewelers, every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully.
So I ask her, the crying, it's a good thing? She smiles and says,
it's a very good thing.
Then she kisses me, which was the reaction I was looking for.
Every kiss begins with K.
Back in Jacksonville, the Patriots have a 2nd and goal down at the 4-yard line as they make their way to the line. Dillon in the backfield. Patriots trying to add to their lead. They're up by 7. Signals called by Brady. Now Brady making changes at the line. Long count. Brady takes short set. He throws, and it is knocked down.
It was knocked down, and the thing that Tom Brady did, he got to, got to the line of scrimmage. He got under the center. He waited for the Philadelphia Eagle defense to shift. They shifted. He read the defense perfectly, called the play at the line of scrimmage, had a wide open. It looked to be like it was going to be David Givens, and the ball was knocked down at the line of scrimmage. So a nice play. Huge play right here for this Philadelphia Eagle defense, trying to hold the New England Patriots to a field goal attempt.
Michael Lewis, who again
got a piece of it. He did it earlier. Now Brady with the inside handoff. Gillen running to his right. Has nowhere to go. He stopped at the line. Stopped by the strong safety, Michael Lewis.
There's a nice play by Michael Lewis. It was almost like Charlie Weiss is saying, let's just get the 3 points. Let's not worry about seeing if we're going to throw a touchdown pass here. Make it 24-14. And, the Patriots are smart. They're letting the clock run down. We're inside of 9 minutes, 8:54 and counting.
So here's Adam Vinatieri for a 22-yard attempt. He's hit 28 straight from inside 50. One of the most accurate in the history of the NFL. The snap placed down, the kick is up, and it is right through. The New England Patriots with a 24-14 lead on the Philadelphia Eagles. 8:40 to play in this fourth quarter. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 39 on Westwood One.
Oh, no. Hi, Mr. Fernley. I'm joking.
I know why you're here. You got to come back. The Pro Bowl's on. It's only the second quarter.
Says here, you called after the Super Bowl wanting to return a 65-inch big screen. I'm here to pick it up.
But football's not over. Give me 4 hours.
I can't give you 4 hours, and I can't take this $20 bill.
Sorry, I thought you dropped that. Give me 3 hours.
The big screen, now.
6 downs?
One last, final last game. The Pro Bowl, Sunday, February 13th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, live on ESPN.
It sends fear through all who feel its presence. It's not normal or natural. It's chaotic. It's explosive. It's diarrhea. Make peace with your body with Imodium. It calms the chaos, often in just one dose. Imodium soothes, settles, and sends those monsters packing. Imodium AD. Make peace with your body. Use only as directed.
You're on a winding mountain road. Just you and the stars. Not a soul in sight. It's times like these you're glad you maintain your vehicle with Nissan Genuine Service and Parts. Nissan's at your service. Visit your Nissan dealer now and enjoy the advantages of service performed by factory-trained technicians using genuine Nissan parts and advanced diagnostics. Then drive with confidence knowing your Nissan is ready to take you where you want to go. Nissan Genuine Service and Parts. Shift confidence.
Adam Vinatieri getting set to kick it off. Let's check in with Jim Gray.
All right, Marv, thank you very much. I'm here with Howie Long, Hall of Famer. He won a Super Bowl with the Raiders. Howie, what is your assessment of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think what Bill Belichick has done is he's really created the perfect football team for the post-salary cap era. A lot of players are interchangeable, linebackers, safeties, corners, offensive linemen. People go down, they replace them, and because people are used to playing in multiple spots, when people do go down, it's not a shock to the team. Prior to the AFC Championship game, they pick up Poteet off the street. He gets 25 snaps. They coach him up for 4 days.
Here's Marv with Vinatieri's kick.
All right, Jim, and it's taken by J.R. Reed, running to the 15, the 20, and he's submarined as he makes his move to the 25-yard line, a 17-yard return. Let's get back to Jim and Howie.
Howie, your thoughts? Do they have the wherewithal, McNabb and this group, to put up a fight and get back into this ball game with 8:35 left?
Oh, I certainly would think so, particularly when you consider the fact that there's a patchwork secondary for New England, but the pressure they seem to be able to generate given the mismatches with their linebackers who are hybrid players. They're defensive ends, they're linebackers. How do you account for them? If he has time, he certainly can exploit this secondary.
All right, Howie, thank you. Get back to your Fox duties, and we'll see you on 3rd and long on Westwood One.
You got it, buddy.
All right, thanks, Jim. Philadelphia on first down, handoff to Westbrook, drives off the right side and is able to get to the 28-yard line. It was tripped up by the left defensive end, Ty Warren, picked up 3 on the play. A couple of minutes ago, John Dockery mentioned that thus far Fred Mitchell has been shut out. Actually, I think McNabb has looked for him one time, and it was a pass that he should have caught.
Well, we're certainly not into desperation mode yet for the Eagles, but they're going to have to pick it up here. They're going to up the tempo a little bit. 8 minutes and counting. Donovan McNabb just can't kind of saunter to the line of scrimmage. You got to start calling plays and moving the ball down the field.
It's a 2nd down and 8. McNabb on a short set throws. He does move it downfield. As Owens breaks the tackle at the 40. He's to the 50, to the 40, down to the 35, and runs it out of bounds. Run out by Dexter Reed. What a beautiful move by Owens, able to get by Randall Gay off a spin to break the tackle, and he goes 35 yards on that pass play.
And Marv, what you're seeing here is Romeo Cornell putting one-on-one on the outside, and he is exposing Randall Gay, and that's really where the Eagles have made most of their yardage out there against Randall Gay at left corner. This time, Terrell Owens makes a nice catch, and Gay just does not make the tackle, and Owens, showing no signs of an ill ankle, makes a nice run down the sideline.
Now Lewis splits wide to the left, 1st and 10 at the New England 36. McNabb is back to throw. McNabb throws the middle, and it is picked off. It is intercepted by Teddy Bruschi, who goes to the ground as he makes the pick. Teddy Bruschi has done it again.
Well, he's done it again, and so is Donovan McNabb. This is the one thing that Eagle fans have come to see of Donovan McNabb from time and again. He will overthrow his receivers, and as he overthrows his receivers, the New England Patriot defense is a defense that will take advantage of those mistakes. And right here, he throws it over the head of, I believe, Dorsey Levens. And it's a poorly thrown ball, and Teddy Bruschi makes the play, as where some other defenses that they played against this year drop that football, and that's just a nightmare scenario right now for Andy Reid.
So New England takes over at their 24-yard line as we come up on 7 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's the handoff to Dillon. Dillon drives off the left side and gets to the 26, met by Hollis Thomas. 2 on the play for Dillon. Tonight's attendance for Super Bowl 39, 78,125, brought to you by StubHub.com, the ticket exchange where tickets are from fans for fans. 78,125 here at Alltel Stadium in Jacksonville.
And I'll tell you, Marv, this is where Tom Brady now will milk the clock. He'll take the down clock, the play clock, all the way down inside of 5 seconds and just kind of milk it as much as he can.
2nd and 7 from the 27-yard line. Once again, the give to Dillon. Started by heading to the middle, then broke to the left side and is tripped up by Javon Curse. 2 on the play for Dillon. So it takes us to a 3rd down and 5 at the 29-yard line, and that clock is running. We're coming up on 6 minutes to play in the 4th.
And you know where the Patriot offense really got on track here was right after the Eagles scored to make it 7-0, and Charlie Weiss went to his screen game. Corey Dillon caught a couple screens back-to-back, and all of a sudden they moved right down the field. Kevin Falk made a couple nice plays on screens later on in the game, and that's where that offense really started to pick up steam.
And Falk returns to the backfield. Brady operating out of the shotgun. He takes the snap, rolling right and just looks to throw it away. Everyone covered. Gibbons in the area, but he tossed it to the sideline, and that'll bring on the punting unit.
And again, a nice stop by the Philadelphia Eagle defense. And you know, the important thing about the incomplete pass here, it stops the clock at 5:48. So the Eagle defense, again, showing that they're not going to give up here. And it's up to Donovan McNabb to get back out on the field and move his team into the end zone.
Eric Burgess putting the pressure on Tom Brady, who was forced to just put it aside, and he threw to the sideline over at the far side. So the punting unit is checked in. Josh Miller with a high, deep punt. Fair catch called for by Lito Shepherd. Takes it to 21. A 50-yard punt by Miller. And the Eagles get it back with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And the Patriots with a 10-point lead. If New England holds on for the victory, that would be 3 Super Bowl wins the last 4 years. It'll be 9 straight wins in the postseason. Bill Belichick will make it a record of 10.
All right, now easy, Biggs. We got 5:40 to go here. And
I'm giving you possibilities.
Donovan McNabb had an MVP-type season. It is not over yet.
Giving you possibilities.
Okay.
You turned on McNabb earlier. Here's McNabb taking the snap, throws over the middle. It is caught by the tight end, L.J. Smith. Picked up 4 on the play.
And, and the Eagles should be in their no-huddle 2-minute offense right now, and they are not. And they are wasting valuable time right now getting back into the huddle and taking their time. Listen, this is where quarterbacks live. They live at the line of scrimmage, and Donovan's got to pick up the tempo here.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line. Now McNabb throwing to the left flat. Greg Lewis makes a diving catch.
Saying incomplete. Looks like it hit the ground.
And it is ruled incomplete, so
that ball actually came in end over end to Greg Lewis. I don't know if it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, but speaking of great quarterbacks, while we have the opportunity, let's take time to congratulate Peyton Manning of the Indianapolis Colts and Curtis Martin of the New York Jets for winning the FedEx Air and Ground NFL Players of the Year awards, respectively, brought to you by FedEx, the official delivery service of the NFL. Go air, go ground, go football.
Philadelphia has challenged the ruling on the field that the pass was incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't necessarily, you might gain about, 5 or 6 yards, 4 yards, and you're possibly losing a timeout here if this challenge does not work. So maybe Andy Reid feels very confident about this, and that's why he's challenging it. I haven't seen a replay, so I can't tell you.
Andy Reid was right on it, running to his left on the sideline, which is the near side of our location, and first discussed it with Terry McAuley, the referee, and then threw the red flag.
All right, I just saw the replay, Marv. I think it's a catch, so I think it's a good challenge by Andy Reid. So he must have seen something, or, as we always discuss on Monday Night Football, these coaching staffs have people up in the box looking at the replays that are on the monitors, and somebody up there must have told Andy that it was a clear catch.
Patriots up by 10 with 5:02 to go in this fourth quarter. The largest deficit overcome in the history of the Super Bowl. A 10-point ball game. Washington against Denver, Super Bowl 22. They came from behind. They're down by 10. The largest fourth quarter comeback in Super Bowl history. Boy, Boomer, it's San Francisco against Cincinnati, Super Bowl 23, as the 49ers came back from a 7-point deficit.
All right, Marv. Okay, stop beating
the
a
notes
dead horse.
that are passed on to me by the staff.
Between you and Howie Deneroff, our producer, you just every time we come to the Super Bowl, you just keep hammering
The
that home.
receiver had both hands under the football. It is a completed catch. It'll be 3rd down on the 29-yard line. There's no charge timeout.
So a successful challenge by Philadelphia head coach Andy Reid. The catch is called complete.
And interesting, during that replay challenge, I was watching Bill Belichick. He was talking to Randall Gay, the left cornerback, the rookie out of LSU, and he was telling him, listen, the only way we get beat is if you let one of these guys run past you, and you commit either a interference penalty or they make a play on you. So do not jump the double moves. I'm sure that's what he was telling them. Be smart here.
Eagles have a 3rd down and 2 off that completed pass. They're at their 29-yard line. Here's McNabb back to throw. Rolling right. He throws. It's caught. 1st down for Philadelphia. Nice catch by Terrell Owens out at the 34-yard line. It's good for 5. 8 catches, 111 yards for Owens, and the Eagles have a 1st down.
Yeah, I just don't understand why the Eagles are not at the line of scrimmage. I mean, they're wasting 5 to 7 to 10 seconds by going back to the huddle. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Well, now they are to the line. Parry in the backfield. Westbrook lines up in the slot. McNabb is back to throw. Swings it out. Has Parry. Parry falls down, gets back up, and battles his way to the 36-yard line. A short advance. Roman Pfeiffer able to make the stop. About 2 on the play, and the clock is running. We're down to 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
I don't understand it unless they get one huge play right here. I mean, they must have wasted a minimum, at least a minute and a half.
Now they're to the line. 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line. McNabb takes, sets up the screen. He throws, but it's over the head of Freddie Mitchell. It is incomplete. It brings us to a 3rd and 8.
So we've seen the best and we've seen the worst of Donovan McNabb. The best being he has the ability to bounce back from adversity. He's got a strong arm. When he's in a rhythm, he's almost unstoppable because his confidence is very high. The worst being inaccurate throws at times, and this last one was an inaccurate throw. I would probably count between 6 to 9 inaccurate throws in the game today, and the biggest one being the last interception of Teddy Bruschi.
Big play right here for McNabb and the Eagles. 3rd and 8 from their 36-yard line. McNabb takes. McNabb facing pressure. Throws, and a beautiful catch is made out across the 45. Terrell Owens extending his arms at the sideline and able to make the grab with Asante Samuel draped all over him. It is a 1st down for the Eagles.
And that was a great throw by Donovan McNabb, who got hit as soon as he threw the ball. But what a great catch by Terrell Owens. And all week long, all the last 2 weeks, I've got to be honest with you, I was one who was very skeptical about how well this guy was going to be able to play. And I'll tell you what, he is laying it on the line, Terrell Owens.
9 catches, 122 yards for Owens. Art McNabb takes the handoff, rolling to his left, facing pressure, looking, he throws, and it is nearly intercepted. It is incomplete. Asante Samuel providing the coverage in front of Terrell Owens.
And I'll tell you what, Donovan McNabb got lucky because this ball goes right through the arms of Teddy Bruschi as he escapes, and he's going to get hit by Jarvis Green as soon as he throws the football. And I'll tell you what, he was lucky this was not intercepted.
McNabb now 25 of 42, 292 yards, picked off twice, has 2 touchdowns. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line. 3.5 remaining in this 4th quarter. Westbrook in the backfield. And looks like McNabb kept it.
I don't know what happened there.
I think apparently it was an early snap that may have fooled Donovan McNabb. Miscommunication with the center, Hank Fraley.
Could be the worst time of the game to have miscommunication. And again, the clock is just running and running and running. I mean, we got to be close to 2 minutes and 10, 2 minutes and 25 seconds of wasted time right now by the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, here are the Eagles to the line. Owens flank wide left side, 3rd down and 10. They're at their 46-yard line. They have a split backfield. McNabb takes, he pumps now, he throws the middle. It is caught at the marker by Mitchell. That's his first catch of the night, and it is a Philadelphia 1st down.
Nice throw by Donovan McNabb, finally getting to, actually Hank Fraley is like, come on, let's get to the line of scrimmage. What are we doing? It's like the center is the only one that understands that they should be at the line of scrimmage, and yet again, they go back into the huddle again.
It is a 1st down for the Eagles at the Patriot 43-yard line with 2:20 to play in the 4th, and the Patriots up by 10. McNabb takes, back to throw, looking around, he throws, and it's dropped. It is dropped by Westbrook on the left flat, and he had no one near him.
He had no one near him, and Donovan went to the right guy. He was being patient. A little bit softer touch would have been helpful, but Brian Westbrook has got to make this catch. And now as I look at the replay, I'm looking at Donovan McNabb, and he's kind of looking at the pass rush. I don't know why he's doing that. He should be looking downfield, but he finds Westbrook, who comes off of a block of Bruschi, and Westbrook just drops it. And you're right, Marv. Nobody was there. He would have taken it all the way down at least to the 20.
And Teddy Bruschi is down. The Patriot medical staff is out to check on Bruschi. A reminder, stay tuned for the AIG Super Bowl 39 postgame show. We'll have the trophy presentation. You'll hear from both the winning and losing locker rooms. Brought to you by AIG for insurance, loans, retirement. We know money. Right here, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is CBS Radio Sports and Westwood One, your exclusive home for Super Bowl 39.
But what now? What comes next? AM 1300 The Zone. All sports, all the time. KBET Austin.
Marv Albert, Boomer Esiason, John Dockery, Bonnie Bernstein, Jim Gray, our statistician, Mr. Stats, Elliot Kalb, our spotter, Mike Bazemore, producers Howie Deneroff, Mike Eady, executive producer of Westwood One, Larry Michael, staff of thousands here in Jacksonville, 2nd and 10 at the 43, out of the gun, McNabb takes, throws the middle, has Westbrook to the 35, he's down to the 30, a Philadelphia first down, Randall Gay on the tackle, it's a 13-yard hookup, and the clock continues to run, and now we have reached the 2-minute warning with the Eagles down at the New England 31-yard line. The 2-minute warning brought to you by LiftMaster, the world's #1 professionally installed garage door opener made by James. Well, 2 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. It has been a strange long drive by the Eagles. This is the 12th play of the drive, but kind of a casual approach, and they're down here by 10 points.
They took over with 5:40 remaining on the clock. It's now at the 2-minute warning, and I would say at least 2 minutes wasted time going back to the huddle.
All right, first down at the New England 31. McNabb throws, and ball is apparently knocked down. It was deflected. Richard Seymour got a piece of it to bring up a 2nd and 10.
You know, the interesting thing here is they're saying that Donovan McNabb retrieved the ball after it was caught, meaning that the clock should be running here. That's what the argument is. At least that's what it seems like to me. Conjecture on my part, but that's what I think it is. But they're saying this is an incomplete pass. So here's the ball. The ball gets tipped at the line of scrimmage. The Patriots are claiming that Donovan McNabb caught it, therefore the clock should still be running. The officials on the field say that this was an incomplete pass, so the clock is stopped at 1:55. And what a game by Terrell Owens. 9 catches, 122 yards. So much for wondering whether or not his ankle was okay. And Bill Belichick is arguing on the sideline the same thing that his defensive players were just arguing. I never saw a replay of it, so I can't tell you.
Well, here are the Eagles still alive. It's a 2nd and 10 at the New England 31 out of the gun. McNabb takes. McNabb looking around. McNabb throwing for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Greg Lewis, who is the speedster on this Philadelphia Eagle roster, able to beat Dexter Reed, the rookie from North Carolina, and the Eagles are right back in it with 1:48 to play. In this fourth quarter, they're now down 24-20.
Well, we talked about it, the injuries in the secondary of the New England Patriots. How long were they going to be able to deal with those injuries? And right there's a rookie, and Greg Lewis ran right past him. And I don't know what Reed was looking at, and I don't know why Romeo Cornell would even call that defense to put Reed in that situation.
Now the try for the extra point by David Akers. The snap is placed down. The kick is up, and it is good. 13 plays, 79 yards. The Eagles had the ball for 3 minutes and 52 seconds. 1:48 remaining in this fourth quarter in what appeared to be a slow-motion drive by the Eagles, who are in no hurry to get to the line, but they're able to bail themselves out on that touchdown pass from McNabb to Lewis, and it's a 3-point game.
And here's Dexter Reed, a rookie out of North Carolina, lined up one-on-one in the slot with Lewis, as you said, the fastest guy on the Eagle team, and there's no way that Reed could stay with him. As a matter of fact, Reed got turned around, and Donovan McNabb found him, and it looks to me like Belichick's like going, who called that defense? Will somebody explain to me why you would do something like that? It's a good question. Remember now that the Philadelphia Eagles only have 2 timeouts left because they had to use 1 on defense. I believe that was in the beginning of the third quarter or in the middle of the third quarter somewhere. So now it's up to the Patriots. It looks like to me they're expecting an onside kick in this particular scenario, which is something that you would think would happen.
Well, the Eagles' special teams has excelled, forcing 4 turnovers this year. That's the most in the NFL.
Now, you sit here and you think about Donovan McNabb's game tonight. I mean, he's 29 of 48 for 356 yards. He's been sacked 4 times. He's thrown 3 touchdowns, and he's thrown 2 interceptions. I mean, it's maddening at times. I mean, it's all over the place. But one thing it is, it's like he never quits. You know, he just overcomes all of the adversity as the Eagles are lining up to attempt an onside kick. This will be interesting to see what David Akers tries to do here.
Patriots have only one man back deep just in case. That is David Patton. He is back at his 10-yard line. Everyone else up at the 40-yard line. Here's Akers. He'll approach it from the angle. All right, here is Akers getting set. And it is an onside kick, but not a good one. It's caught easily by Christian Poirier, the tight end. That was not what Akers had in mind.
No, he drove it into the ground, but it really went up, and it didn't go up high enough, and it came right down to Poirier in the second line of the hands team. So now Patriots have a great field position. It looks like they're on the 41-yard line of the Eagles. 2 timeouts for the Eagles. Patriots just basically have to make sure they don't fumble the football.
Patriots huddled up at midfield. Now here they come, led by their center, Dan Koken, Kevin Falk in the backfield. The line up in the eye with pass and Falk. Brady ducks it under. And now we get a timeout called.
Charge timeout
by New England.
You know, and that was Bill Belichick who called that timeout. He saw that there was something wrong. And Marv, I have an opportunity to say thank you to the Toby Foundation. Now, all year long for quarterback sacks, the Toby Foundation has been given $1,000 to my foundation for cystic fibrosis for our scholarship program. They've donated $174,000 to my foundation. We've already given out 30 scholarships to cystic fibrosis patients all across the country. We had over 180 applications, and I just wanted to say thank you to the Toby Foundation, for all of our fans out there that have supported all of our programs, and all of my friends here at Westwood One that helped me fight the ultimate fight in trying to save the life of not only my own son, but all of those children that are afflicted with cystic fibrosis. So thank you very much, everybody.
You guys have done a great job.
It's been unbelievable. I know it's been a crazy year, but we have raised literally almost $750,000 with these programs on Monday Night Football in the Super Bowl.
All right, here the Patriots back to the line, and they go with Hochstein in the backfield with Falk. They did that earlier, leading to the Dillon touchdown. The handoff to Falk, drives off the left side and gets inside the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the play for Kevin Falk, met by the strong safety, Michael Lewis. And a timeout is taken by Philadelphia.
And that's a good timeout by Andy Reid. They took it right then and there. Now, this is usually a place where a running back sometimes breaks a big one because the defense is overselling the run, and they're trying to get to the ball, and they're trying to force the fumble. So it's important for the Philadelphia Eagles defenders to make sure they hit the gaps that they're responsible for. Don't try to do anything spectacular. And it's very important, obviously, for the New England Patriots ball carriers to hold on to the football.
So the Eagles are down to 1 timeout remaining. Patriots have 2 left. 1:43 to play in this 4th quarter. New England with a 2nd down and 8 at the Philadelphia 39. And now here are the Patriots to the line, and they stay with Falk in the backfield. Brady looks it over. Now calls out the signals. Brady takes the handoff to Falk off the left side, a big hole, and then it's closed. Able to drive to the 36-yard line. Again, it's Michael Lewis, the strong safety, coming up to make the tackle. A gain of 3 for Falk. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 at the Eagle 36, and the Eagles just used their final timeout that stops the clock with 1:39 to play.
And that's why using their original first timeout on defense earlier in the second half is killing them right now. Now, from the scouting combine to the draft, folks, training camp and live preseason games, the NFL Network is your home for the offseason. The NFL Network, where football season never ends. My football season ends in paradise, Marv, over in Honolulu. Now here, this is the interesting situation right here. The Patriots will run a play here. The 40-second play clock will run after the ball carrier is down. We'll go underneath a minute, and the Patriots will have 4th down. And then they'll have to determine whether they kick it or they run another play, and there's a chance for the Eagles to get the ball back with a little time left on the clock. Do not throw the ball.
Well, the Patriots going with 4 wideouts, and then Falk in the backfield. It's a 3rd down and 5. The handoff to Falk, and he's hit at the line, and he is stopped. The combination of Darwin Walker and Javon Kearse from that front 4 getting the wraps on Kevin Falk.
And here's what has to happen now. They have to punt it, because if they don't punt it and they snap it on the change of possession, the time clock of the game will stop. So they're going to have to punt the football. They'll take it all the way down under a minute. They'll probably kick it with about 57, 56 seconds left on the clock. And they'll probably take a penalty right here to give Miller a chance at a coffin corner.
Josh Miller will punt for the 7th time. He is at midfield. Westbrook and Shepard are back.
Second, charge time.
And now the Patriots will talk it over. A timeout being called with 55 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Don't forget to join us again next Sunday. As Boomer mentioned, it's the final game of this NFL season. The AFC and the NFC All-Stars go head-to-head in Honolulu. The Pro Bowl live from Aloha Stadium. Join Dave Sims, Boomer, Bonnie Bernstein, starting at 7:15 Eastern Time. If it's the NFL, it's on CBS Radio Sports and Westwood One.
Well, it looks like Donovan McNabb is going to have a chance to become a legend. They'll probably get the ball back somewhere around 46 to 55 seconds, assuming that the Patriots are going to punt it here. And I can't understand. There would be no reason why they wouldn't punt it. So,
and if they can get in field goal range, David Akers with one of the more powerful legs in the NFL. He's hit 2 from beyond 50 this season.
And I think he will be kicking with the wind, whatever wind is left today.
All right, here's the snap. And the punt, high end over end. They let it bounce inside the 10, and it is down inside the 5.
What a great punt by Josh Miller as he kicks a knuckleball, and it rolls down. And I'll tell you what, Dexter Reed, the defensive back that just gave up the touchdown to Greg Lewis, was down there to make sure that he wasn't in the end zone and he was going to down that ball outside the goal line, and that's exactly what he did.
And Boomer, Josh Miller had a shaky game against the Steelers 2 weeks ago. 7 punts. He's averaged 47 yards, 3 inside the 20.
Now, if you're the Patriots, you've got to cover the sidelines. The only way the clock is going to stop is on an incomplete pass or a pass completion on the sideline, and the Eagle can get out of bounds. Force everything inbounds. If you tackle an Eagle, take your time getting off of him and kind of eat up as much clock as you can. And this goes back to their original drive before this, Marv. They wasted so much time.
It is on the line here for the Eagles. McNabb back to throw. He's in the end zone. He's being chased. He throws, and it is caught back at the line of scrimmage. It is a diving catch by Westbrook.
Better off with an incompletion. Brian should have just let the ball drop. I know it's human nature to go after and do what you want to try to do, but he should have just let the ball hit the ground. And here now the Eagles are wasting more time.
Well, we're down to 23 seconds, 22, and counting. McNabb takes back to throw. Now no pressure. He throws, but it is incomplete. The pass intended out at the 25 for Terrell Owens. That stops the clock with 17 seconds to play in the 4th quarter and 3rd down coming up.
I go back to the series before this for the Philadelphia Eagles on offense. They got the ball with 5:40 left to go. They kept going back to the huddle as opposed to going to the line of scrimmage and trying to conserve time. And they must have wasted close to 2 minutes in huddling time and just milling around time, where that could be in their favor right now. And it's certainly hurting. 17 seconds, almost impossible from this particular situation.
And they need about 55 yards here to give Akers a chance. Here's the snap. And again, McNabb sets up from his end zone. He throws, and it's picked off out of deflection. Intercepted by Harrison. Harrison cutting back the other way and then taken down. And that will do it.
And Rodney Harrison, after the interception, does the bird as everybody on the sideline of the Patriots. A lot of the players are doing a mimic of Terrell Owens and his touchdown dance. But you know what? I can't say enough good things about Terrell Owens. He showed up and played great tonight. And how about Romeo Crennel and Charlie Weiss? Romeo more than likely going to be named head coach of the Cleveland Browns, and Charlie Weiss heading to Notre Dame. The 3 of them in an embrace on the sideline, as this will be the last time that they will coach together as Patriot coaches, and they walk away with their 3rd
Super Bowl win. Amazing. Still 9 seconds remaining as Tom Brady will take a knee. That pass was deflected off the hands of L.J. Smith, the intended receiver. The tight end not able to handle it, and then Harrison with the pick. So Rodney Harrison able to come up with a second interception of the night, along with 7 tackles and a sack. The Patriots to the line. They take the knee, and it's all over. The New England Patriots have won the Super Bowl for the 3rd time in 4 years. They now have won 9 straight postseason games to equal the record held by the Green Bay Packers, who did it back in 1961 through 1967. And Bill Belichick now 10-1 in postseason play as he moves past the legendary Vince Lombardi, who had a record of 9-1. And the celebration begins for the Patriots out on the field. Fireworks here at Alltel Stadium in Jacksonville. And we've received word that Deion Branch has been named